Hello? Can you hear me? Might help if I turn the microphone on. Hey guys, how you going? What are we doing here? Androgyne, sorry. Oh, hang on. Androgyne says, sorry I'm a bee. Sometimes have it's because I'm bitter, twisted, old feel jealous of your good nature. And shout out to all the intersex soldiers. You got me laughing straight away. I don't know who it is, but I don't think it's the real Androgyne. So, hey Sadie, how you going? Don't worry about Androgyne. You're guessing he's being sarcastic and funny. Because if you know who Androgyne is, well, that's pretty funny. Hev is awesome. Thanks, Infinite Loops. Hey Chris, how you doing? My mum's okay. She's all right. Kevin, how you going? Alex, how you doing? Todd? Erratically me, how you going? Hey Sadie, how you doing? Menacing Muskrat, how you going? My mum is doing all right. She's very, very bruised. Oh, it's horrible. All down, like her whole forehead's bruised. She's got a black eye, but I think it comes from the side here. She's bruised. She's got a big V bruise on her chin. Must have been where she hit the door, the entryway of the door. Her shoulder, she had a reconstruction on her shoulder, a partial reconstruction, I think it was. But it's bruised all the way in to her neck. So it's bruised all across, down. It's insane. I looked at her and just went, oh, Mum. My goodness, I didn't even know what to say to her. I ended up, when I left, I did all the housework for her and everything. And when I left, I pulled the blankets back and said, right, get back into bed. And just because she was so bruised, and I know you need time to heal when you're bruised. So great to see me smiling. Yeah. Oh, just last week I had just gotten the call, hung up right before I went live. And I thought, no, I need to calm down first. So I'll go live. I'll continue on. But yeah, it was really hard. And yeah, I was in a bit of shock. So I'm so sorry about last week. Next week, I'll be going live from Sydney. Going for a little, with some of these things and a hat with, So I'll be going for a walk next week, but I'll be going live from Sydney, and it might be a different time. So I don't know if I'm going to schedule next week's live or not. I'll be here though. Oh yes, not guilty on all counts. God love the poor kid. That poor kid's gone through hell for over a year, and finally, thank God for that. Hey Mark, how you doing? From Santa Fe, New Mexico. Wow. And Sherry, how you doing? Burnaby, how you going? Sandra, how you going? Canadian girl, hey. Who else have we got? Anyone else? Yeah, you didn't know who that person was. Okay, I'm going to talk about, something to do with that Androgyne today. It's actually Shaun Attwood, but not just Shaun Attwood. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but there seem to be a lot of truthers turning on each other. And this is why you don't end up in a little group of truthers that you're always with, like I do with, say, Wheezy. But that's because we have a similar interest in Shaun Attwood, okay, and what he did, okay? Is Australia any nearer to coming out of lockdown? Europe is close to going in. I think we're on our way out, but they're trying to put things forward that they can do it at any time, just shut it all down again. So we'll see what happens. Oh, good, last week was okay. I felt terrible, and when I got off the live on my phone, I did 2 lives. The second one was on my phone. I didn't save it. I was in a bit of a panic to get out of here and go. So I just sort of and I forgot to save it. I don't know where it went. I looked for it later and couldn't find it. So glad she's doing better. Last week was fine. Excellent. Duga from Denver, Colorado. Not guilty on all. I'm so happy for him. That would have been awful. And he's only a kid, you know, but he has he has a lot of experience, you know, he does train. He also had experience with medical assistance. So he had gone in to help people, and he took that for protection for himself, and he was trying to protect his hometown, which is where his dad and all his family live, and he works there. And it's funny because the guy who he did injure came from further away. So, and they're talking about him crossing state. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm really glad, because it means that people can see past the news. You know what I mean? They can make up their own minds. Good on you, Hev. Yeah. Whoops, Hev. Look forward to next week's trip. Yeah, it should be good. I think it's going to be huge. Compared to last year, when I went last year, it was small. It was still pretty big, but it was quite small compared to how many people are in Sydney and the suburbs around it. There was one going on today. I just couldn't get there. Sorry, I've got a hair in my mouth. Probably a cat hair. But yeah, I was going to go today, but I couldn't get there. So yeah, it'll be next week. I've arranged to go. So, yep, smash that like. Sherry, you're in Greeley, small world. Hey, Angelina, how you doing? What's got not guilty on all accounts? What case is this? It was a big case in America. A young 17-year-old boy defended himself and got taken to court for defending himself during the Kenosha incidents. You know, all the burning and the, you know, all the big stuff going on last year in the US. So that's who it is, Chris. His name's Kyle. Kyle Rittenhouse, I think his name is. G'day, Hev. G'day, Zal. How you going? You literally cried when you saw Kyle's reaction. I know. I was sitting there. I woke up to it this morning, and I was sitting there going, thank God. Thank God. Hello from South Australia. Lots of love to you and talk watching. Oh, thank you, Deb. Hey, Dennis Beers. How you doing? What's Sydney like? Well, not too bad. It's, although I think the people who aren't allowed in certain places, we're still, well, I haven't noticed any difference. I've been going everywhere, to be honest. The only thing is that I'd say the hospitals and that, and maybe doctors, some of them are refusing service to people who haven't, you know, done anything, or, yeah, so I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens there. Hey, Penny, how you doing? LM, yep, that's it. That's the name. See you at the next one. Good on you, Zal. Miss Lemons, how you doing? Okay, Kyle's going to end up a very rich young man. I do believe. Okay. Now today we're going to talk about, there's a few things going on with big YouTubers. You've got Kirsten W. and Charlie Ward, who seem to be having some sort of argument or disagreement or not talking to each other or something. Okay, so you've got that. Now, these might be people that I think are probably not true truthers, okay? That's just my opinion. Nothing against anyone, and it's up to everybody who they follow. It's just my opinion. So they've turned on each other. Then you've got Shaun Attwood. There's Darren G involved, and Andrew Gine. and they keep flipping back and forward as to, like, Darren G and Andrew Guy keep flipping back and forward as to whether they're on Shaun Attwood's side or not, which is quite interesting to watch. And then you've got James English, who Shaun Attwood keeps putting James English, like, he keeps calling him out for something. And he keeps putting his name and Marvin Herbert in the title of his videos, and then doesn't mention them in the video. Now, I've had to sit through and watch a couple of Shaun Attwood videos to do this. Now they're having some sort of Christmas competition that you go and get to meet like about 10 guys and this Jen lady. The Jen lady is known to be, from what I can gather, and it's just my guess, that she may be a call girl. Now, I've got nothing against anyone who does whatever they do. That's your business, not mine. But I don't know what's going on there. Is it a competition for her? Like, I don't know. This is getting weird. It's really weird. Now, that's not the only thing. I've got a big list of what I've been watching going on with Shaun Attwood and all those people over there. He's throwing out defamation now to people for maybe even mentioning him. So before I get right into it, I'll just want to read some of the comments. Just approved. Oh, Canada. No. Oh, no. Menacing muskrat. That's really bad. Yeah, wait until Mama Bear stands up. When the mums realise. Where else? Should never have happened, that Kyle. Yeah, shouldn't have. Hang on. Craig Thompson, ex-minister, was arrested this week. He's now sitting in a cell. You've always gotten bad vibes about Charlie Ward. Seems like a scammer. Well, he worked for the CIA. I don't understand how anyone can trust him. Like, there are good people in the CIA, but I just don't understand how anyone can trust him. I don't. Maybe I'm just too cynical. But I've been, screwed around so much in life that I don't blame me for being cynical, put it that way. Okay, now, Darren Gay thoughts, gee. Yeah, I don't know I don't know about that Darren G bloke. He just keeps flipping, and then he says things like he made up a saying, which I know he didn't, and I don't know I think money is a big issue with that, and I'm not putting Darren G down. Like, I don't know the bloke. I don't know who he is really. I know he's got a family and he's trying to get money for his family, which, seems to be why he's attracted to Shaun Attwood. I tend to wonder, has he got something on Shaun Attwood? This is just questions. I'm not, I'll tell you if I'm making assumptions, but this is just a question. Has Darren G, and I'm pretty sure Andrew Guy has something on Shaun Attwood. At least those two, if not more people do. But it seems that Shaun Attwood will bend over backwards for Darren G, no matter what Darren G says about him. But yet, if James English says something about him, he's on him. Defamation and warnings and threats and... like, it's insane. So, yeah, I've got a whole lot written out, guys, so just bear with me. Kirsten W. became unglued and accused Charlie that he was trafficking part of that community. Yeah, well, I mean, she's not that... I don't know. Wasn't she in the Playboy thing? I think she was saying something about that. She had a Playboy necklace on. I don't trust any of them, I'm telling you. I really don't trust them. So yeah, she's been in my mind, she is questionable too. But then, like, she's got after Santa surfing. Another one I'm not quite sure of, but a lovely person. but she's gone after them too. So, it's just so strange sitting here watching all this happen and going, oh my God. You know, God help us all. This is insane. Doing good as can be, just getting ready for the walk in Adelaide. Good on you, Penny. We should apply for that Christmas dinner, yeah, and all go there with video cameras. And Hev, do you think Aaron and Darren G keep getting back together for the views or for the relations? I have a feeling Darren G's got something on Shaun, because Shaun's so nice to him no matter what he says about him. Shaun is just, we're there to help him, and, you know, I don't hold any ill feelings towards him, and, you know, but anyone else who says similar things that Darren G has said, he's gone after. Angelina said, poor you Have, don't wish watching Shaun Attwood on anyone. I know, it's insane. But mostly what I've done is watched other people's videos as well. But I have watched, like, Shaun Attwood talking in those videos. He did an interview the other day with, the other week, sorry. It's someone called Your Favourite Demon. Now, the bloke wears a mask, and Shaun Attwood had a mask on too, and it was just, like, I understand wanting to keep your yourself private, away from the camera, but the mask was creepy. It kind of made me go, oh, mate, you know, shoot. But yeah, I watched him talk about Shaun Attwood first, then Shaun went on his show and did an interview with him and skirted around the questions like your favourite politician does. The guy should have been a politician, Shaun Attwood. He's that slimy a character. Seriously. Okay, oops, I'm going to have to move the mic. Sorry, guys, since the camera went berserk, that didn't work that day, I've sort of moved everything. I've got leads going everywhere at the moment till I sort it out. You watched him earlier. Yeah, Miss Lemons, I don't know, there's something wrong there, and I'll show you in a minute, because I went and started searching things. Okay, Attwood gives podcasters a choice: collaborate or get struck down. Well, it seems that way. And for someone who calls himself an activist, to strike people down, that goes against everything that we are fighting. Something dinged. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I just heard something ding and I've got nothing on me. Okay. The common denominator in all these truthers squabble is major ego. Yeah. I do believe that. It's some sort of, I don't know. Yeah, it must be ego. Look, people, you don't want to admit when you're wrong, okay? Like, it's a natural thing to go, oh, shit, I was wrong, you know? But you're better off doing that than trying to cover it up further and further and further. That'll just get you... Look, it makes people want to look, okay? The more they deflect questions and all this sort of stuff, the more weird stuff that goes on with it, you want to ask more questions. Miss Lemon's disappointing, that live earlier, wasn't it? That's me, unsubscribed. Okay. I don't know which one has he done another one? Can't believe he admitted that he does it just because he can. Well, during that interview, Shaun Attwood admitted he has a team of people who watch people's videos and strike them down. What have we been saying for ages? That's exactly what he does. And he kept on saying, I don't have a team, I don't have this. Well, now on this guy's channel, he's admitted it. All the pubs, clubs, so nasty, all scanning, my friend cannot get in. Oh, no. Yeah, it's going on everywhere. It's absolutely insane. I found it out of luck, was going to dislike Shaun's vids. How much longer is this madness going to be allowed to continue? I don't know, honestly. But I don't think it's working. Miss Lemons, you reckon sex parties? Yeah, I reckon it's something to do with that. Something to do with some sort of relation between people. And it has, you know, like if you think of the Kelly Diamond leaked footage, that looked like a private, well, not really a private moment. It looked like a moment they were recording for later, but then it leaked out. And she had a website, an adult website, with some pretty, like, okay, the Kelly prank thing, that was like soft porn. But the website, that's full-on pornographic. And it, like, I saw things I did not want to see. And I'll never get it out of my head. Oh, dear. Hey, Robin, how you going? Only thing Anne has on Shaun is a crush. I don't know. I reckon something... I don't know. But she's sticking up for him, so maybe Shaun has something on her too. Him, her, him, too. I reckon there's a bit of blackmail going on here. On all sides, not just one. Like on a few sides. New bill passed this week to remove British citizenship without notice. To who? Hey, Robin. Hey, Jeff, the community we know well. Miss Lemons, he was responding to me in the comments, so I asked him if this hermaphrodite mum produced him on her own or whether Derek was the star. Hey, I've got info on Derek too. He soon jogged on. And Todd's saying hello, all the spanner people. All the mods. Dennis Biz says, so much for drug and alcohol rehab. You have to take dangerous drug to get and scanned to get treated. It is. Well, I think people are going to be stopped from going to hospital if they haven't. I'm hearing rumours that unless it's an emergency, it may be stopped. Hey, Mac, yep, from Montana. Austria will soon be locking them. Oh, yeah. See, it's going nuts. Everything's going nuts now. Yep, Kirsten, is it Kirsten or Kristen W was wearing the Playboy bunny necklace. Thought I was seeing things. What a choice in jewellery. Well, apparently she's been to the Playboy mansion. I heard, I don't know if it's true, but she was part of it. I don't know. I think a lot of people who are part of it are probably going to try and come out saying, oh, I'm fighting it, just to try and cover themselves up. I don't know if you know what the Streisand effect is. Just let me see what I can do here. Hang on a sec, because I'm going to see if I can share the screen with you. Just to show you what the Streisand effect is. Hang on a sec. I'll be with you in a sec. Okay, I'm hoping you can still hear me. The Streisand effect is a phenomenon that occurs when an attempt to hide, remove or censor information has the unintended consequence of increasing awareness of that information, often via the internet. It is named after American singer Barbra Streisand, of course, whose attempt to suppress the California Coastal Records Project photograph of her residence in Malibu, California, taken to document California coastal erosion, inadvertently drew greater attention to it in 2003. Attempts to suppress information are often made through cease and desist letters, but instead of being suppressed, the information receives extensive publicity, as well as media extensions such as video and spoof songs, which can be mirrored on the internet or distributed on the file sharing networks. It's an effect. The effect is an example of psychological reactance wherein once people are aware that some information is being kept from them, they are significantly more motivated to access and spread that information. And in some cases, they take out legal injunction prohibiting something from being published, and that will lead to increased publicity. So, I'm hoping you heard all that. I want to know if that worked. So yeah, I believe Shaun Attwood has the Streisand effect because he is trying to cover this up very badly by hitting everybody. Okay, I'll just go back and read some of the comments. Okay, here I am. Got a sneaking suspicion all sides are suspect. Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on because it's just like... But it's only certain people. And it's funny because these were people I thought were sus in the beginning. And now I'm watching them, like, flip out a bit. And it's quite strange to watch. No, you don't trust Santa Surfing. She's always been an insider, but they seem like BSs. Yeah, I'm a bit the same. I don't watch Santa Surfing. She's a positive lady and everything great, you know, but I don't know. Something about, I don't know, just what was said and I just think, yeah, I'm not seeing it, you know. I'm sorry, but maybe it's just me, can't see things, but, you know, I'm not seeing that. I know that the people will end up, the countries will end up having money returned to them. But I don't know about people getting money. Do you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. That type of thing. But I do believe countries will be rich again once these countries get their stuff back from people who've taken it off them. Chris reckons they used Anne as a sperm donor. I don't know. I don't know. But unless I see like paperwork saying that the person is intersexed, or maybe even a scan, you know, I don't believe it. Sorry. The governments are running wild with power. Well, so are these weirdos. They're running wild with power. Because Shaun Attwood's throwing around all these defamation things, getting people taken down. Then he's got the androgyne who's throwing transphobia at everyone's transphobic and this and that. And the LGBTQI, I think she says now, because she put herself in there, intersex. I'm having a laugh, guys. This is hilarious. They're all insane. I've got a list. I just want to. I like the comments. Sorry, guys. I like interacting with you guys. So many of these YouTube truthers are obviously just full of S. Yes, I think they are. Like, I'm trying to look for the truth. It's hard enough without people like that throwing things in that you're going, okay, what now what have I got to look at? Even more than I had before. Miss Lemons reckons he has her eyes. Oh dear, he knows everyone is trolling him. Hey Joy W, where are you? I see someone responding. I may have missed something. I've got the live chat on. Yeah, even if you were born here, you're at risk of national security. It's a joke. Oh my God, Angelina. That's insane. Anne has Marvin's eyes. Okay, I'm going to say this in a different way. I'm going to say it the way Sharon Gale says it. They're Satniks running our governments. Only because I'm trying to protect the channel here, Joy. We Patriots need our newfound land. Yeah, we do. I think the land and the wealth will be given back to the people. That's what I think. In the end, well, we're going to take it back. That's simple as that. They're not getting away with it. Simple as that. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I haven't been able to delete Facebook. I'm just not on there. Like, I haven't been on there for a couple of months. I was going to delete it, and it's too much of a bloody effort. I don't know. I'm going to delete it eventually, but in the meantime, Chris, take over my group for me. Thank you. I do appreciate the help because I'm hopeless. I'm trying to stay off social media. I've got things going on. I've been looking at a house a lot cheaper than here, yet out not on land. The neighbour the owner lives on the land as well, which I'm fine with. I don't care. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Pretty much I don't care whether I stay here or move. Like, I want to move onto land eventually. At the moment, I don't care whether I stay here or go. There's a lot of reasons why I should probably stay, but then there's me just wanting to be on the land. So, hey, Nicey Glover, how you going? It's from South Carolina. Much love to you all. Oh, lovely. Oh, Sharon and Demon went live tonight. Oh my God, really? Oh, that's going to be funny. He said that about his team tonight. I'm going to have to go and watch. Is it still up? Did someone grab it? Hopefully someone grabbed it, because they've got habits of taking all these videos down. And I reckon when things happen, you got to grab them. Because, yeah, and in case Shaun Attwood takes it down, gets it taken down too, you know. But this is why I came in here today, all guns blazing, because I've got a lot to go through. Because everyone's starting to, it's happening. Like, everyone's starting to go, and I've said things about him before, but I'm going to go pretty hard today. Oh, Shaun and Demon went live tonight. I thought you said Sharon, sorry. That would be funny. If Sharon and Demon went live. Oh my God. I wonder if cameraman ever got his phone back. Yeah, exactly. If anyone doesn't know, what happened was Weezy was talking to the cameraman. He got an interview with Shaun Attwood's cameraman. And the cameraman was deflecting and saying, I don't know, I'm just a cameraman, you know, I'm just a cameraman. And in the end, somebody grabbed the phone off the cameraman and yelled at Weezy, saying, who are you, brother? Who are you? And it was like, what the is this? And Weezy was laughing. We were all laughing. It's like an inside joke now, that we wonder if the cameraman ever got his phone returned to him after it being snatched off him, you know. Cookie, how you going? Thumbs it up, folks. You gave up watching Attwood a long time ago. Bad vibe on that one. Yeah, exactly. Well, see, okay. I started following Shaun Attwood when the Maxwell Bannister filmed, you know, when he went to the door of that townhouse, and it was going all over the place, and I subscribed to him back then. Only used to watch the Maxwell Epstein stuff. Wasn't interested in crime and people coming out of prison. Good luck to them, you know, all that, but, you know, not interested. So I was doing that, and then I remember something happened and I unsubscribed from him for a while, probably because of all the crime. I just thought, nah, he's just rattling on with all that now, I'm not interested. So I unsubbed, and then he started picking up on the Maxwell, I think, again, after the Epps, you know, the Maxwell came along. And so I resubscribed to him again because he was putting out a little bit more interesting stuff. Then I realised it was mainstream news. And I went, I can read that. But then, yeah, I unsubbed from him again. And then I started watching as the Kelly Diamond thing came up, because he put it up as I was drugged and trafficked or something. And he's pulled all of those videos down because there's too many inconsistencies when you watch them from one to another. From the first, we had 4 parts of that series of Kelly Diamond being trafficked and abused, and made it into a big deal, started a GoFundMe to help her out, get her a home, get her away from the trafficking people. And then we found out she has an adult working website and she works for $1,200 a night. And he's running a GoFundMe to help her get a house. I question everything. I question the whole backstory. But okay, if that backstory was true, then the prank video that Shaun Attwood did was taking advantage of a vulnerable woman. A vulnerable and abused woman. If her backstory is true. Okay, see, it's just insane. Let's go. He's got connections to BBC. National Geographic published a documentary with him in it. And he was going after a Netflix deal. Now, anyone who knows anything now should know mainstream media. You got links to them? Then you're not. No. Especially when you're doing what Shaun Attwood does. His brother-in-law was apparently a royal photographer. Sister is either a journalist or an author. Father is an actor. Did you know that? He starred in Coronation Street. Oh, no, didn't star, sorry. Had a bit part. I'll come to that later. Shaun's story doesn't add up from beginning to end himself. Okay? A lot of things he says, you just go, are you kidding me? Are you really trying? Do you really think we're that stupid? So his whole story doesn't add up. He was a stockbroker who was apparently done for fraud, then became a drug dealer, dealing in ecstasy and meth, apparently. Now, he says he had 10,000 people at a rave at $30 per tab, whatever you want to call them. That's $300,000. That's just for the drugs, let alone the entry fee and anything else they made, selling water and all the stuff he mentions that he did. That's a lot of money. But still, I'm pretty sure you'd make more as a stockbroker, but too bad because he got done for fraud, apparently, okay? Says he can do $100 rock in one go of meth. Methamphetamine, is that the one where you get all those sores all over you and you pick at them and... I don't know, I'm just asking because I think that's what that one is. And people go off on that stuff. He also said during one of his interviews that he's changed everybody's name in his stories to protect them. That was in the Marv Herbert show. I don't know if anyone picked that one up. He seems to change his own story the more he tells it. Like when he's speaking to different people, every time he tells it, something changes. And if you're good, you can pick that up. He deflects. Okay, if anyone asked him a story of something he did, he deflects straight away onto Wild Man. Oh, Wild Man did this and that and this and that and this and that. You weren't asked that. You were asked if you did. Answer the question. He can't answer a question, I'm telling you. He deflects onto Wild Man. He also uses him to deflect from answering questions, which I just said, yep. Shaun likes to live on the dark side. I don't know if anyone's looked at his channel. When you first search his name and you look at his channel, what comes up at him dressed in some kind of drag? He's done that before. He also did that in the prank video. Not I've got a problem with anyone dressing in drag. It's up to them. It's just that he claims to be an activist for a certain side. And then most people who are activists don't exhibit the behaviour that Shaun Attwood does. Okay? It's like there's something wrong. I don't know if it's drugs or what it is, but there's something wrong, and I don't think it's jail. He's not traumatised from jail. I don't think that's it, because I don't even buy that story. And if anyone says it, you know, how come it's on the newspaper? Do you know about mainstream media at all? Do you know they make stuff up? Of course they would set you up with a background. Of course they would. They'll help you. You used to work for them. Well, you know, you've got links to them anyway. In his own description of his wedding night, if you go and search Shaun Attwood and his wedding night, he's a deviant. It's just... And then on True Geordie's show, at 1 hour 47 minutes or so in there, he has an obsession with his own rear end. He has to talk about his backside getting done by somebody. And look, as I said, what you do is your business in your home. Don't tell the whole world. The whole world doesn't need to know that. Oh my God. Then he said, okay, he says he goes to school and teaches kids about drugs. Do you want him anywhere near kids? Your kids? I wouldn't want him anywhere near my kids. And then he says he never got expelled from the schools talking to kids. It was the COVID thing that happened, right? Well, he brought out a video saying he was speaking at schools, but it didn't, all you could see was him at the front of a hall. That could be anywhere. There was no noise in the background, no kids. You can normally hear them rustling and things like that. Nothing. Didn't see any of the kids. Not that you want to see them, but, you know, a leg here, an arm or something. Sorry, guys, I just banged the whole table. An arm, a leg, something, to say there's people, there's an audience. It didn't even show any audience at all. So who knows? Because he bluffs a lot. I know that. Okay. The drugs Shaun sold, or said he sold, okay? Crystal meth, Xanax, ketamine. Anyone heard of Desmond is Amazing? Ketamine on the couch. And does the action, the little kid? Yeah, you know what that's used for? Jesus. GHB, ecstasy. He states that he was caught after he quit dealing. He put it as he said himself, he was trafficking. A strange term to use for dealing drugs. Most people just say dealing. We're dealing. You don't normally say you were trafficking. That's a very weird term to use. He claims it's common in America to use to ask for criminals' statements or testimonies for proof before they beat someone up. Really? I thought prisons were a bit rougher than that. If it's a rough prison, it's going to be rougher than that. They're not going to ask for evidence before they beat you up. They might ask for the evidence of what you came in for, but they do not ask, if you accuse someone of doing something, they're not going to ask you for evidence. They're probably not going to go at that person unless they see something themselves about that person that might suggest the same thing. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just, these are all just weird things that I come across while watching. Okay, he said he was a first-time non-violent drug offender but was facing 200 years? That one's a bit strange too. He also mentions that the British Embassy helped him out to get off, to get, things down and out, get him out and try and help him out, He claims that he had an average childhood, then says that his parents are or were rich, and he also went to university. As an average person, maybe below average person, living standards, I don't know. I couldn't afford university. My mum and dad couldn't afford to send us to university. I don't know, my parents, I considered them middle class. Yet they couldn't afford to send us to university. Okay, his dad's an actor. It's Impact Casting. I looked this up the other day. He was on Coronation Street, a little walk-in part. Emmerdale. Barking Murders. And used to have a company called Derek Attwood Open Corporate Ltd or Derek Attwood Ltd. Hang on a sec. I think I've got this up here somewhere. I'm just showing you things that I just found. Hang on a sec. Screen. Derek Attwood Limited. Okay, this is just a general search. Anyone can find it on the internet. It was a private company. Incorporation date was 2003. The dissolution date was 2016. Nature of business. Other activities auxiliary to insurance and pension funding. Final Gazette dissolved via voluntary strike-off. Okay. Total number of secretaries was 1. And that's all I've got on that. But, do you see Derek Attwood? Impact casting. Skills are ballroom dancing, hiking, Latin American dancing, rock and roll dancing, and yoga. Well, at least he keeps himself fit. Credits are Barking Murders, Coronation Street, and Emmerdale. So, I just got to get this back over here. Okay, so I'm just showing you, you know, things I found with a simple search. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, when asked if he can repeat the sniffing flower thing that he did on the prank video, because he apparently snorted flour, okay? We don't know if it was self-raising or plain flour or corn flour. That doesn't matter. I don't know if any of them make a difference. Okay, well, what he said was, when he was asked if he could repeat the sniffing flower thing, I think this was on Marvin Herbert's podcast, to prove that he did it during the prank, he said that he is in a legal situation that he cannot repeat the behaviour. I found that interesting. Okay, in Andrew Guyan's interview, he said Kelly was Asperger's, not autistic. And about 10 or 15 minutes later, he said that thing again. Yes, I took advantage of a vulnerable autistic person. Okay, Shaun, is she Asperger's or autistic? I know they're on the same thing, but like, you know, if he is actually emphasising that she is Asperger's, not autistic, then why did he say autistic after that again? He blames everyone but himself, won't take responsibility for what he's done. He's blaming James English for it all now. Oh, apparently James English is employing everybody to go at Shaun Attwood. I didn't even know who James English was. I don't watch James English. I don't, like, the only thing I have watched of James English is when he bit back to Shaun because Shaun was going at him and going at him and going at him. What else have I got? Oh, yeah, it was all blaming James English for it all. Sorry, John English. Even though it was Anne he was originally going at, because she was the troll. It was a troll. So, sorry, but saying someone, like calling someone an it, just sounds really horrible to me. I don't know why these LGBTQ people want to be known as an it. Because if someone called me an it, I'd be insulted. But I don't know what to call this person. A he, she, I don't know. Shim. A she and a him? A shim. Okay. I have nothing against trans people. Believe me, I watch Blair White. He's said that people have walked up to him in the streets and told him that they stopped him from committing personal harm to themselves. They have ran at him, up to him in the street, saying, "You've stopped me from doing this or that, you know, of offing myself." And, oh, really? I'm sorry, but Jesus, it's hilarious. He can't answer a question with a straight answer, yes or no. He goes off on, when he gets asked a question, he'll go off on something else and won't answer the question. He's just explaining something completely different most of the time. That's to distract from the questions being asked. People have sort of forgotten the question after he rambles on for a while, you know what I mean? He says that people are jealous or obsessed with him. Okay, can I just put something straight here? No one is jealous or obsessed with Shaun Attwood, okay? We're laughing at him. And the only reason we won't let it go is because he hasn't answered any of the questions. He thinks he has. He keeps saying he's answered questions, but he's like a politician. he goes off on some tangent and doesn't answer the question. It's a way to confuse people, just by rattling off on something, you know, or then talking about wild man doing that thing or whatever, and, you know, it's just a deflection. And seriously, watching this, it teaches me about the mainstream media as well, and all these other people. So, because I'm watching, like, this is a small version of what's about to happen with the whole world. Watching them come undone by their own doing. Because this all happened because of Shaun Attwood. No one else did this. Shaun did. By releasing the prank video. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, I can keep going, mate. He also said that people weave stuff together to make him look bad. Okay, Shaun, if that's the case, how about putting all the videos back up and letting people decide for themselves? Hey? How about stop taking other people's videos down? How about uploading the Kelly Diamond interviews, the 4-part series you had, and the prank, and the Sonia Poulton apology, and the Kelly suicide video? Put them all back up. Let people see. If there's nothing wrong, then you're clear. Don't worry about it, you know? Fine. But I'd like to see that. Because then you'll see that people don't weave stuff together. It's stuff he's actually done and said. He says on Anne's video that when he gets into that childish, warlike mind, you know, he's only going to hurt himself. Like, so he's saying in Anne's video, Andrew Guine's video, he's saying, oh, you know, we're going to leave it here now. We're not going to talk about this anymore. And then he does. And he says it's only hurting himself in that video, and he's right. The more he talks about it, the more he goes after people, the worse he looks. Not everybody else. And he did it to himself. It's also a bit of a stretch saying that James English is employing Chancer and all these other people. Like, come on. And anyone who talks against him. That's what he's saying. James English is employing these people. Really? Jeez, mate. I know that I think from James English the other day, he said that he was going to have Chancer on now because if Shaun didn't stop with the ridiculous rubbish he's going on with, that James English is going to expose him back. And James has got a larger channel, which is good, you know, so he can. Shaun did have charges against kids, right? 2 charges against children. He uses Wild Woman as an excuse to come on and say that it was her son buying pot on her phone or something. What? What's that got to do with Shaun? And anyone could say anything. I could pay someone to come here and say they're Wild Woman and they did this and that and, you know, take all the blame off whoever. Not that I've done anything wrong, because I can't blame any, you know, I can't give anyone blame for something I've done. I take responsibility for myself and what I've done, believe me. He says that he set up a website for her, for Kelly Diamond. Which one? The adult one? Because that's the only website that I can tell that he may have set up for her. That's very weird. It was just something I caught him saying in amongst all these interviews. And I also believe the landlord provided a letter written for, provided Wheezy, like, evidence of a written letter saying that she was employed, and I'm pretty sure it ties back to Shaun, a company Shaun Attwood owned. So, Shaun, we don't need video of you handing the landlady the paperwork. It's all on there. Your business. The business you used to have. Doesn't he own Gadfly or Gladfly Productions or something? And then there's another one called Low Productions. Like, what the is going on here? Yeah, I'm still sus on the charges against... I don't believe him. It could be, I just don't believe him. And I'm allowed to not believe him. yeah, that company that apparently was on that letter was shut down years before as well. So, oh, yeah. Mohammed Butt, owner of BNT, called into Anne's show while Shaun was on there and called Shaun out for lying. Because Shaun said the apology video he did with Sonia Poulton, that he was made to do that by BNT. Just agree, just take the blame, don't say anything and you'll get your job back. Well, Mohammed Butt rang in and said, mate, when you started talking on that apology video, we didn't realise how deep this went. And then we did, when we saw it. So, regardless, Mohammed Butt has rang up in the middle of an interview with Shaun Attwood and Andrew Guine and called Shaun Attwood out. And I do believe he may have said if he keeps going, Mohammed might take it further. Not 100% sure on that one, but I think I heard that. Now, Shaun is also asking for sponsors and wanting to fight with people who are minding their own business. He wants to have a karate fight with James English. I couldn't think of anything more immature, to be honest, than Shaun doing this. And he can blame it on drugs and prison all he wants, immaturity, but I know people who've been to prison and they're not like that. And they're on drugs, and they're still not like that. They're actually very quiet people. They don't want to stick their head out and get in trouble, you know what I mean? Most of them, anyway. Ones that I know, sorry. Could be just my experience, but most people who've been in jail don't want to go and stick their heads out to go again. Okay, I think it's all for clicks and views. When he mentions James English and Marvin Herbert, I nearly say James Herbert. I'm sure I used to read books of an author named James Herbert. Anyway, Marvin Herbert and James English, when he mentions them, I think it's all for clicks and fighting and the beefs, like a YouTube war or something he's got going on. It's absolutely insane. And it doesn't make it, it's like the mainstream media. It doesn't make sense. He doesn't make sense. He said Callie's 12-year-old son saw the prank video of drug use and sex. A 12-year-old? You're showing a 12-year-old? Mate, you need your head red. Seriously. Oh my God. I watched that and was disturbed, and I'm 51. Don't show a 12-year-old, let alone her son, what yous were doing. My goodness. And the son apparently told him not to do it. And he said, oh, that's how mature I am. Yeah, I'd say. Shaun said Callie was catching pedos with the daddy video, by the way. He also, during the prank video, he held up the outfit and said daddy's little girl outfit, right? And then he threw it on the lounge. Then next thing he said it was a maid outfit or something. Now he's gone back to daddy's little girl outfit because she was catching pedos with it. Apparently. A 30-year-old woman dressed as a little girl was catching pedos. Well, I think she caught one. The one who was fantasizing about having someone dressed up as a little girl and call him daddy. Oh my goodness, you don't know how bad that looks, mate. That looks, no. Apparently Kelly was so poor they had a GoFundMe. Yeah, she was, but she owns a horse. And can afford to get adjustment for the horse. So pay for somewhere to home it and feed it. But they were after a GoFundMe because she needed to get away from traffickers, but she owned a horse. This is really weird. Nothing's adding up. Nothing is adding up. The suicide video that Shaun did for Callie. Shaun said when Callie tried to kill herself, the police said she was not allowed back there. She's been there since then. Was the prank video done before the suicide or after? I'm just wondering, because you said the police weren't allowed... She wasn't allowed back there according to the police. And yet she was. Very strange. He also said that the council had rang him to house Kelly. Right, now Anne was agreeing with this, saying, oh yeah, they do that, they do that. What, did the council just pick up the phone and ring a stranger? And ask them if they're going to take in a homeless woman? I'm pretty sure you'd have to put your name down for something like that. It doesn't make any sense. Then he said the bikies rang him and told him to take her. Who knows which one's true? These are all things he said. I'm not making stuff up. I'm going off what he said. He calls him... Well, he reckons he's a wolf of Wall Street. A wolf? More like the rat. I never heard of him before YouTube. I didn't know him as a wolf of Wall Street. Never heard of him. Also, yeah, after him and Kelly did the prank video, he says that her mum was proud of her because that means she's gotten over her trauma. Okay, let me speak about that one. You would not repeat the same behaviour to get over your trauma. Let me tell you that right now, okay? No way. No bloody way. And a mum that says, that was proud of her daughter for doing the prank video and saying that means she's over it, mate, that mum has got something going on in that head. No wonder the poor girl's like that. My goodness. I don't know what's going on here, guys, but like this stuff is absolutely insane. So I know you may have heard a lot of this before. Some people may not have heard any of it. But I'm going to go through the Attwoods, the comments. Oh no. I read Attwood. I read Dennis Biz comment while I was saying I was going to read the comments, and it came out with Attwood. Oh dear. Okay, Chris said, I think you're right about the blackmail. Have it explain why they all seem so unhappy. Yeah, they're not happy. I think they're panicking. Now, I really think that what we're seeing is slowly starting to panic because they know. Canadian girl said, the madness is just ramping up here in Northern Ontario. Again, our public health is now putting restrictions back on you. They started announcing, oh no. I knew this was going to happen. I did warn the UK. I said, it's coming round again. I may have said the US. Don't know. I don't know whether that'll happen or not. But Canada, for sure. Unfortunately. You're in Oregon and hope Portland stays quiet tonight after that. Yes, Todd. They do have a lot of people on the streets. The National Guard and that. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't believe they helped last time because the mayor or something was going against the National Guard, right? That didn't want them in there. I think this time, I'm hoping they are, and they got no choice. And our public health says, nope, closed. Such BS. Jeez. Canadian girl says Kirsten W. had a Playboy bunny t-shirt on Monday too. Yeah, I'm just sus of anyone who's involved anywhere near any of that stuff. I've never been involved in anything. Not the Playboy, not any magazine, not any news, not any... Nothing. I'm just sitting here at home watching this going, oh my God. Okay. Where was I up to? There. You got a sneaking suspicion. Oh, yep, I read that one. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to where I was. Because it just all jumped on me, all the chat again. Oh my goodness. What did I do here? Hey, g'day, Shannon from Riverland, South Australia. And Kai, I am. Okay. So you did hear. Good. I'm glad you heard me when I put the screenshot on. I'm just checking to make sure everything's working all right. Oh, Ichabod, we lost Mama today. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my heart goes out to you. Thank you, ma'am, for the info. God bless you, darling. How's Mama's bruises? Pray to all. Be safe, folks. Oh, my heart goes out to everyone who's got elderly parents that aren't doing well. Honestly, pray for everyone. The young, the old. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. Oh, I am so sorry. My condolences. Kai I am says he reminds me of Dr. Evil from Austin Powers, except not funny. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Shaun Attwood is just... He's weird. There's just... It's not right. It's not right. Trying to get this to the city, which I never do anymore, is like playing Frogger. Hope you make it across the highways. Oh, no joy. A third channel this year, burning them down. Oh, wow. Chris says Hev doesn't realise how funny she is. Oh, I do. Even when I'm pulling the straight faces, I'm like going for a reason, you know. Yeah, Ichabod, so sorry for the loss of your mum. Jeez. I try to be like, have a bit of sense of humour with things, unless it's like real serious. I try to have a sense of humour about things when I'm talking about them. It does help to lighten what you're looking at. It's an honest humour from observation. I used to watch Shaun for the Eps and Max, but can't stomach him now. He's like Nosferatu. I can't say that. Creepy old boiled egg. He's just a very strange man, and now things are getting stranger with, he seems to be outing himself. You know how, look, if someone's got a hold of these people and said, look, you're going to have to out yourself or you're going to, you know, get the chopping block, then to think about it, even the small scale ones are doing it. They're outing themselves. 230 highway shootings this year alone. Oh my goodness. Joy. Wow. LGBTQ, let's get Brandon to quit. That's a good one, Shelby. BC, Lower Mainland and Washington State got hit hard. Railroads and main highway are down. City of Merritt is closed. Oh, is this where it all starts? Yep, hit the like button, guys, if you can. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Okay. He addressed Daddygate. He says he did, but he hasn't. He hasn't answered any questions at all. You no longer watch Kirsten W., Santa, Charlie, Simon, etc. Also deleted your Facebook. Yeah. That's what, like, I'm serious. Yeah, I'm very careful just who you watch, because the more I see of this, the more I think, how in the hell did I even watch him in the first place? How did I not see that he was reading mainstream news? How did I not know that he was a creep? It's weird. On the land with a veggie patch and chooks, very nice place to be. I'd love to. Oh, Kevin, I'd love to go on the land. I think if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and if it's not, it's not, and I'm not meant to move yet because something better will come along. That's how I think. Okay, if it's too hard for you to move or do anything right now, hang in there because something better will come along. I do believe that. You'll try to check them all out, compare the stories. I would honestly, if you go to True Geordie and listen to his stories there, you go to Marvin Herbert, listen to what he says there. his own stories and what he says about them, and then androgyne, and it's just all like, you just pick things up where you go, hang on a minute, that's not what you said before, mate. So if you're going to lie, you've got to have a really good memory. Like, that's what I can't lie. I've got a hopeless memory. I would never remember the lie I told, and God help me, is all I can say, because you'd know. That's why the acting comes in here, I think. Like, is there a connection? Like, are they actors? Because that's what it seems to me like. It's just like really bad acting, but actors, you know? You'll try to check them all out except Shaun. He's never covered anything honestly. Exactly. Nicey Glover says, I'm very careful who I follow. You are my family. We discuss things and search for truth together. Yeah, exactly. I want to know the truth, mate. I don't... Look, even if it's against everything I believe, I just want to know the truth. I don't care what it turns out to be. If it turns out to be I was wrong, that's fine. I just want the truth. You don't like his smile. Yeah, he has the creepiest smile. It looks nearly like the Joker when he does it. Like his grin seems to go nearly from ear to ear. It's just... Like you could... While he's smiling, you could put the Joker makeup on and it'd suit him, I think. Ratwood's definitely got a bad vibe. Hope things are improving with your parents' situation. Yes, they're just... Mum's very bruised, okay? She's got no broken bones. They did a CT scan on her head. There's nothing wrong. Could just be a blood pressure problem. But I did say to Mum and Dad, look, you know, if there's any problem, just let us know because we'll come and look after you. We'll take you and look after you. You're pretty sure and the rest are dirty to some degree. Yeah, I think, look, it makes me wonder too, anyone who's been on Attwood's channel, I'm sorry, but anyone who's been on there, I'm not saying they've spoken rubbish. I feel sorry for the genuine ones who've been on Attwood's channel. I really do. And anyone else, I think, is an actor. Gee, Loft, how you going? Glad to hear Mum and Dad are all right. Had to sit down weeks ago with my mum and told her she's never going to a home. I will take care of you. Exactly. Miss Lemon says, same as me, didn't trust him after this. The man cannot have a conversation without mentioning his butt. He's gross. He can't. He talks about it a lot. And he reckons that we're obsessed with it. No, we're pointing out that he's obsessed with it. Because he talks about it. Go to the True Geordie one at 1 hour 47 minutes and you'll be disgusted. You'll be absolutely disgusted at what comes out of his mouth. It's just... Oh, bleh. He can't stick to one story. That's exactly right. Ward was the transporter of things. Yeah, see, that's why I look at their background. If they come from like TV, any agency, things like that, I just am very careful. That's all. I really want to suss them right out, you know? And then if I get the funny feeling straight away, I just won't watch them. I'll just go, no, don't even want to make a judgment on them. I don't want to watch them. Unfortunately, I did watch Shaun Attwood for a long time and watched the Kelly interviews and the prank and the apology and the suicide and the attempt and all this stuff. I watched it all. Old school Pete's fallen for Big Ann. Chris says, Cookie, you can't be doing any worse, that's for sure. Yeah, you question everything. I really would. Geoloff said, Mum said if we lived together I'd have to change her diaper, make her food and get her to bed. I said, well, you did the same for me till I was 35. Exactly. I said the same to my mum and dad. I said, look, if it comes to the point where we're changing nappies, I'll do it for you because you did it for me when I was a kid, mate. You think I'm not going to return the favour? I don't care. I will do it. as gross as, it might be, I'm going to do it anyway. They're my parents. Why would I not? Do I want some stranger wiping their bottoms? Or changing them? Or, I don't even want a stranger looking after them. They wouldn't treat them the way I do. We won, I know. Keck, Rangel, I know. That's so good. Oh, you missed Attwood earlier on. He was fantasising about Chris's dad in the chat and all sorts. He's a strange bugger. Oh, no. What's he up to now? Oh, yeah, Shaun, and going on a live. I'm going to have to catch up with this. I actually watch that as entertainment. It's that funny. It's that ridiculous that I watch it as entertainment to get away from what's happening all over the news, Yep. Meth got to you while alive. Keck Rangel says, Frog, meth has no side effects. Doesn't it? Okay. I thought that they got sores all over him and they pick and stuff. I don't know. Kooky Ann and Pete could be Daddy Gates' first wedding. Meth rots you alive. That's what I thought. Miss Lemon says, spot on, Hev. Keck Rangel says, we freed Kyle. Yeah, we could free you in England too. Exactly. Help. No. I don't know what's going on here. I know next week I'm going walking in Sydney with, doing the thing. I've got 2 of them and a hat. So I'll just go along going, I'm out. I'm going. I rang to go this week, but my the people I normally go with weren't. They had something on, so they couldn't go this week. He sure old school Pete. To be fair, mate, I did ask him if his hermaphrodite mum produced him on her own, or if Derek was the start. Oh yeah, I think I read that. He sure is, Pete. Don't turn your back on him. That's for sure. Pete said he even tried to fling that Jenny under the bus tonight when he was questioned, lol. Did he? What, the new Jenny or Callie? Because Callie's name is Jenny as well. Wow, I never heard or seen or listened to Shaun Attwood apart from what Heather said, and I don't even know what he looks like. I'm surprised because I watch a lot of stuff. He's in the UK, and his channel is Shaun Attwood. That's his name. And he's a bald bloke, and not that I don't have anything against bald guys either, but just, he's weird. He's really, really strange, and he reckons he's a truther and an activist, and he was going to stop the P words, the blokes that go after the kids. He was going to stop them. He was, it's starting to look like he's just lower level. Not saying he's a P. I'm just saying he's just a creepy. There's something wrong. There's something really, I don't know whether it's fraud or he's acting or something going on. That's all I know. It's not normal. And he's not a normal truther either. He did drag to survive prison. Oh. Wouldn't surprise me. Because he does like dressing up like a woman. Shaun Attwood does. Miss Lemon says she should ditch him, Pete. Keck Rangel says, wimpy, cringy globalists are no match for us. Yeah, exactly. I think like in a very low down level, like the lowest level, Shaun Attwood's part of it somehow. Not saying he's got anything, he's not but he's part of it. Part of the system. You're so over that horrible man, Shaun Attwood, yeah. Well, I don't talk about him much. I thought I'd do one special on him this week, and then next week I'll be out and about and doing other things. But I just wanted to mention what I'd seen because it's insane. And I know a lot of people watch what's going on with that because I'm part of that group that watches what happens there, I know that I'm not ripping you, but it's just mad pervert Attwood. You seen the chat? Oh, I'm going to have to go and look. Hey, Odysee. Good evening, all the mods and Hev from England. He's putting out a sex dungeon video soon, apparently. Oh, yeah. This is supposed to be an activist. in the UK, standing against the system, in the middle of the system, going along with the system, and promoting the system. Great activism there, mate. Oh, dear. So he's putting out a dungeon video soon. Oh, my God. Hey, out to lunch. How you going? No scar and better cloths. Coughing, nothing, crickets. Old school Pete, I know, mate. I was peed off when I seen it for about a second, but then I realised he just said it for a reaction. That and the fact I know he can't have it with me. He's dull-witted and has no patter. Are you talking about Anne or Shaun? Oh, he's a weird one, Shannon Spear. Nothing makes sense with him and all roads lead back to him regarding other dodgy YouTubers. Exactly. And he seems to start, like prisoners who get out of jail, he seems to start them on their YouTube journey to make them famous and get the money. And I think half of them are still in what they were doing. You can't wait for Kyle to become the next... Yeah, I'm waiting for it. The suing. Yep. Miss Lemon says supplier. You reckon he supplies. Coppercoin says, hey, you have. Sending my love from Texas. You got this, girlie. Got to go drive now. Have a great day. Have a great day, Coppercoin. Thank you, out to lunch. God bless and stay safe. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, Kyle had been freed on all charges. Kyle took out... Yeah, the 3 losers who were chasing after him, hitting him, literally hitting him, and pointing weapons at him. Yep. I saw it all last year. I was watching it, like the whole thing, and couldn't believe that he was getting taken to court or charged or anything. Like, it was like, you've got to be kidding. They've tried to do it here in Australia. We had a policeman stand up on TV and say, if someone breaks into your home, you're not allowed to defend yourself. Well, you know what I say to that police officer? I will be defending myself. I don't care. If someone comes into my house, tries to attack me or anyone in my house, I'm going after them with anything I can find. Watch out, kitchen drawer. Yeah, well done to Kyle, I know. The first fight is just to size you up. Oh, yep. Talking about all the fights that Shaun Attwood wants to fight everybody. Like, 2 people just had a fight. What was it? Decker Heggie and someone else. I don't know the other man. I don't know what's going on with that lot there. This is all in the UK, mind you. But I know that the Decker Heggie bloke, I don't like him. Something there too. And Shaun, he's one of Shaun's best buddies. Yeah, I'd be wary, mate. Real wary. And he's been touching women, like when they don't ask for it. So, you know, cornering someone in a bathroom and touching them. Yeah, Attwood hangs around some really ace people, guys. Oh, I'm trying to be funny. Attwood sounds like the drama I don't need in my life, just a distraction. Yeah, 2 dislikes. When did Anne join the chat? Earlier. I don't know who that Androgyne is, who keeps coming onto my... Right, I'm going to have to find out. Cookie says caught with no drugs. Yeah, that's because everyone else was running them for him. Is that Shaun you're talking about? If he says he was caught with no drugs, that's because they were all out with everyone else. Or he'd managed to make sure he had, you know. I reckon he had notice. They're coming. Hide it. Some people do. He said when he was thinking of your father when doing nasty things with Big Derek. He's the one with the problem, not you. Lol, Chris. One from Anne, the other from Jax. Oh, no. Jax is a troll who goes around. If you say anything about Anne or Shaun, they're jumping on you, this person. So, someone close to them. The frog is fighting to free you all as we speak, and I'm off to do this now, though I must go. The frog will be with you always. Oh, have a good one, Keck Rangel. Hope you have a good night. Old school Petey never answered if he dressed up the wild woman as a child. Rex says, keep the faith, folks. We'll defeat this demonic evil eventually. Yeah. It's funny it's coming out in like I expected it from the up, the higher ups and stuff, but just it's funny seeing it in people you think, well, you thought were normal. I don't know how I thought he was normal. Oh. Attwood was messing with the chat, even answering something from me. Wow, old school Pete. Just keep praying, you guys. Oh, we will. Yeah, I'm praying for everyone. I'm praying for the elderly. Everyone's elderly parents who are sick right now. I pray for your parents and mine. Grandchildren, all our children, all the little ones, all of us in between, all us good people. That's who I'm praying for. That us good people can beat this rubbish. Let's see if Kenosha gets burnt to the ground. There's so many lies about Kyle, even when shown the truth, the demon rats can't see and won't hear. I know, they're so set in their way of thinking. It's a worry, because it's a worry what mainstream can do. How they can make people like mob mentality it is. It's trialled by media. That's what it is. Miss Lemons is laughing and then clown emojis. Out to lunch says, cornflour makes a more gritty bugger. Booger? Oh dear, it thickens it. Flour's a good thickener, okay? I can imagine. It'd be like having cement up your nose. I don't think it was flour. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think he was sniffing flour. I really think it was something else, yeah. Attwood said some bonkers things tonight on my favourite demon channel. Oh, I'm going to have to go and look. I'm going to have to catch up. This is hilarious. My entertainment, see? Watching someone bring themselves undone. I don't know how that's entertainment to me, but it is. Maybe just because he's so like a politician in the way he deflects questions and things, that it is entertaining to watch him be brought down. It's like watching someone like Daniel Andrews be brought down. Just the smugness, the cockiness, that they think everybody's stupid. And then they get brought down. You see them starting to fall, coming down. And it's funny to watch. The host questions, we so gentle, it was a joke, mate. Oh, no. They didn't, did they? Gentle questions, was it? Softball questions. I'd like to see Shaun Attwood either have an interview with Chancer or Wheezy. One of them. Because I'm sure they wouldn't let him get away with what he does. I know I wouldn't. If I got in contact with him, or if he got in contact with me, I'd be wanting and I wouldn't put up with it. I would mute him if he started rambling and say, just answer the question. Yes or no. Simple. You must advise people on here. Behold, the Lord Almighty is about to kick off. You've been warning people in England, they take no notice. That's up to them. Yep, I know, eyes to see. A lot of people don't believe in our Father, and I do. It's up to each individual. They'll realise, as time goes on, people will either realise or they'll be where they are, Kai IM says, makes a good sinus infection too. Yeah, it would. I couldn't imagine sniffing flour. That would really, wouldn't that do something to you? Sorry, guys. It's making me want to sniff, just the thought of it. I feel like my nose is running now. Oh, sorry, Chris, your message is gone. Attwood can't help but show his true self. He is. And if you can pick up on it. 5 miles per hour, though. My cat walks faster than that, yeah. Oh, apparently, yeah. Kelly, who he said was trafficked, ran over someone and killed them, an innocent person, at 5 miles an hour. See, the story just doesn't add up. She went to jail for it too for about 4 months. 4 months for killing someone. Roll on a week of Attwood. Yeah, exactly. I hope everyone starts, that's why I said something. A lot of other people are coming up saying things like, let's get it out there. Let's get exactly it all out there. That none of us knew James English before you did the prank. No, well, I didn't anyway. No one had anything to do with him. In fact, James English said something much later than anyone else did. Weezy was talking about it. Chancellor was talking about it. I was talking about it. Sharon Gale was talking about it. Way before James English talked about it. So it's not James English's fault. Stop blaming him. Jesus. In fact, look at your little friend. The one that puts the makeup on. The one that's a man. Right? That was the original troll, remember? Now you're with them. You're with them 1 minute, you're not the next. You're with them again, you're not the next. Yeah, you aren't. Who knows? He was certainly baking, but it wasn't bread. Exactly. Where am I? I need a cigarette now. You think he's a cokehead just like the entirety of the British government? They found coke on every cistern in Westminster Palace. I heard that, Cloud, Sunshine, Rainbow. I heard that. I heard that too. I reckon he is too. I reckon it's more than just that though. I reckon he dabbles in a couple of things maybe, but I think coke's his favourite because he sits there sniffing constantly. I don't know if anyone else has noticed in a lot of his videos. It's a weird sniff too. It's not a normal, my nose is running. His is more like, I don't know, I can't even describe it. I just notice when he sniffs and it's like, and he does it a lot. Yeah, too gentle but far better than last time. Oh, really? He did ask some serious questions, others haven't. Good on him, old school Pete. Good on him. I'm going to have to go and watch it. I might have to sub to him if he keeps going. Depends on... I don't know. If he's good, I will. But if he's just giving him a break, I'm not going to sub to that. Entire British government. Oh, yeah. I heard that too. Clouds, sunshine, rainbow. I think it was yesterday. No, the day before or something. It was somewhere. I remember reading it. Ms. Lemon says he should work for the MSN. Well, I do think there's connections. Definitely connections to BBC through his family. Now that I know who his dad is, Derek Attwood, the actor, he's been on Coronation Street, he's been on other things. Surely he'd try and get his son in the same. Maybe his son just wasn't good enough. Maybe they're all like D-grade actors, not even C-grade actors. These are D-grade actors. They're that bad. Who knew snorting self-raising flour was illegal? Yeah, exactly. I don't know what kind of flour it was, but he reckons it was flour and I don't think it was. He even said during that video, if the police come out, it's just flour. He was worried. You could see. Someone's got it over him. That's why he released the prank in the first place. Someone's got it over him. It's just a matter of who has what. And they probably got like little bit. If you get all the people who've got something on him and get them together and bring it all out, I'm sure it'd equal something big. Imagine the horror of doing yourself off when they have to repeat it all again. No offing yourself. Yeah. A reptilian politician, lol. Hope it was cast as sugar just for the scratchiness. Oh, God, I'd like to see him do salt. It'll dry him up. Oh, dear. You've made up for Chancellor getting an interview with James English. I do think Weezy deserves the same, though. I do, too. If any of you guys go on JE video, let him know in the comments that Weezy deserves a show. Definitely, Chris. Definitely. Weezy was the first one I found who noticed anything going on. And then Chancellor, I found Chancellor as well, and yeah, it went from there. So And it's only that we've seen. We're not a team teaming up to take anyone down. We just happen to see something that really was not right. It still hasn't been explained fully. In fact, I don't really think it's been explained at all. He's lied. He's lied to try and cover it up. And then he says, I've answered all your questions, getting all cocky and stuff on people's interviews. No, you haven't, mate. You've answered nothing. Nothing at all. But we use his own words to do it. The Chancellor is going on J.E. Well, J.E. was talking about it. I don't know if he's going to actually get him on, but I hope he does. I hope he gets Wheezy on too. Halfway through a debate about something totally unconnected, some Attwood fans sent in a message saying how sad he was from missing Wildman. Who are these people? Yeah, exactly. They're sad because they miss Wildman. Wasn't Wildman only in there a couple of times? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he was in there more than I thought, but I didn't. I don't even know who Wildman really was. 29th of November, Ghislaine goes to trial finally. Ah, excellent. Hope they are sweating. I think they will be. It's about time. It will be great for his channel, but I would love it if Wheezy had given the same opportunity. No one has contributed more than him with regards to Daddygate. I know, Chris, yeah, he has. He's put a lot of effort in. Anyone who hurts the little one, it is better for them to put a milestone around their neck and cast themselves into the sea. Basically, they will go into the lake of fire from King Jesus, exactly. While Attwood actually employs people. Yeah, I think he does. He definitely. Well, he was going to pay Darren G, wasn't he? To do a podcast. I don't know many people that pay to get other people on their shows. I certainly don't, and I wouldn't expect anyone else to do it. Like, I wouldn't expect someone to pay for me to come on their show. Unless I had to travel or something and they paid for my travel, maybe. But and it does take a lot of time to make a show, but running around the country with a camera, I don't know. That's what Shaun said he does. He runs around the country with a camera and it costs him $500 every video he does. Well, stop paying cameramen and take a bloody mobile phone like everyone else does. He pays people, so where does he get the money to pay these people from? Chris Hartley says, old school Peter, I remember Peter told him to get a grip of himself. Ms. Lemon said he dated one, didn't he? I think he did, yeah. Cross-dresser, trans person. Wouldn't be surprised if he's dating one now. Andrew Ryan. Probably not. He's probably dating Jen, his co-host. I don't know. He'd be doing something with her, I'm telling you that. And not only him, probably the whole... Sorry, I won't say what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say. That's what makes me, when you got that many men around a girl, it just makes me, I get a bit funny. I'm like, unless she's into it. Good for her. No. Hi, Hev123 Kidlets. Hey, Jay, Stephanie, how you going? Nice one for Chancellor. Woohoo. I hope he does. I really do. I hope he does. Crazy people, Chris. Just bizarre. Yeah, it is. Look, this, honestly, the whole Shaun Attwood thing is very bizarre. And we're only digging. That's all we're doing, is trying to find information because we know he's not telling us the truth. So, Chris says, anything I've ever done, blame Cookie. Oh, poor Cookie. We have the paperwork, says Ms. Lemons. Yeah, exactly. Keck Rangel, they found Jump Kick Man. He's a criminal as well, and I hope that little finger-looking prosecutor Dinger, hope he gets disbarred or something. Yeah, I hope so too. That was disgusting, that prosecutor. Yeah, and the kicking man, the one that kicked him. Cookie said, what? No way I'm taking responsibility for Mr. Chris. No way. Good on you, Cookie. People who don't know Almighty God see everything. He sees everything and hears everything, even through your own set of eyes, and everything is recorded for the white throne judgment. Books will be open, then the fire. Chris says, Wildman used to knock 50 shades out of the wild woman, yet they want to portray him like he was a nice guy. That woman beater gets no respect from me. Is that really Wild Woman? Or did he just grab someone off the street and say, I'll pay you to be... Sorry, my stomach's grumbling again. I'll pay you to be this person. Were they ever seen together while he was alive, okay? That's what I want to know. When Wild Man was alive, was he and Wild Woman ever seen together? Because I don't know. Honestly, I'm asking. I don't know. Yeah, so much has happened, Miss Lemons. Yeah, he said Court and me, Mr. Butt has money. Wow. It wasn't me, Kooky. It was my team, says Chris. Karate fight. Chris is laughing. This is for all evil, ink, murderers, and other things, ungodly and unrighteous and wickedness. Yeah, exactly. James Herbert, lol. Yeah, exactly. Just because, James English and Marvin Herbert, for some reason I think James Herbert. I don't know why. I used to read a lot of James Herbert books, which is pretty gross, really. They're horror books. The, what was it? The Magic Cottage was good. It was interesting. Different. Doing the old crane move from Karate Kid. Yeah, that. I remember Karate Kid. Jail sucks. 181 days in solitary confinement taught me that. Oh, no. Kai, I am really? Oh, that would be horrible. I couldn't imagine facing jail, going to jail, anything like that. I feel sorry for people, especially, okay, if you haven't violently hurt anyone or killed anyone or done really, really bad things. As half the people I think shouldn't be in jail for things. Certain things. Depends on what you do. Attwood said he can't talk about MO, but because he's basically a little git and in the wrong. His fans don't mind that, apparently. Perhaps it's all the wild man grief. I really don't know. Yeah, Pete, he always uses that excuse. He's under instruction not to talk about it from someone or other. I think he doesn't want to because he knows he's going to trip himself up. Chris Hartley said her son was the artistic director for his autistic mum and seedy Uncle Shaun. Oh, wow. Yeah. That poor kid. Like, if he's seen that video, that's horrible to show a child. You wouldn't show a child a video depicting, even if it was fake, right? Depicting drug use and sex and everything else, you know? Like, you wouldn't show a child that. There's no way. It has been confirmed on many levels we're at the end of the age of grace. Fact, the trumpets are about to blow for real and the tribulation will start. God's judgment on a wicked generation. Yeah. Coogie's laughing. Pete says seedy Uncle Shaun has a ring to it, lol. Oh, it does. Seedy Shaun. Shaun the prawn. He's just a creepy guy. He's a creepy, creepy man. Kelly's been legally gagged and probably paid off. It wouldn't surprise me, Pete. No, they don't. Hotel B&B. Oh, okay. I'm sure she signed an NDA, Pete. I've never minced words and never lie. Everything I've said is 100% true, correct. In fact, it starts this year. I'm only a messenger. Yeah, eyes to see, ears to hear. I know. Oh, it jumped again on me. Jeez. Oh, wow, it jumped heaps. Sorry, guys. I'm way back in the comments again. I always am. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, I don't know if anyone else noticed. Also, Heather Turner, who was supposed to be against Shaun Attwood at one stage, has gone and seen Shaun Attwood. She mentioned it in the last live video. Okay, where am I? I think I'm here near... Yep. Eyes to see, 3 truths of prophet at the end times are saying similar things. Old School Pete says something strange going on with Darren G also. What's he got over Attwood to be getting away with all that when others get struck for much less all the time? Exactly, Old School Pete. That's what I asked, thinking. Yeah, what you were thinking, Miss Lemons. I was glad that was asked tonight, to be fair. I love it when Ozzy says bloody. It makes me laugh. Bloody. Bloody hell. Darren and Shaun are lovers. You reckon, Talina? Wow. That'd be interesting. Nothing would surprise me anymore. One eye in Australia going down. Yeah, eyes to see. And Kai I Am says, ooh. I could imagine what that was over. Hey, Sherry, how you going? Wow, 181 days in solitary. You must be very strong mentally. Yeah, that would be... I couldn't even imagine. I really couldn't. Miss Lemons is the real Heather Turner. No, she's not. Kristen was a bunny ages ago. Yeah, there you go, Kai I Am. Kirsten W. or Kristen or whatever her name is was a bunny. Chris Hartley says, say COVID, Miss Lemons. Didn't she say, like, COVID or something at first? Or I thought it was COVID or something. I don't know. There was a really weird way Heather Turner said COVID, I think. Hey, Randy, how you going? Make no mistake, once the Great Tribulation kicks off, goodbye to the wicked evil. Yeah, exactly. Yep, the buildings and everything, yep. I don't think there'll be many government jobs going after this. Not for advertising, you know what I mean? They won't be advertising government jobs anymore. I think it'll be more like, shrink it down. I know, Mash, she's not guilty. I know. Oh, so good. Haha, yes, Chris. I'm Heather Kovad, says Miss Lemons. This is for Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, eyes to see. Yep, definitely. I think they're trying to sneak Hillary Clinton. I heard that too back in when they 25th Amendment Joe. Yes, I've heard that too, Shannon. Because they're like there's infighting going on with Kamala as well. Kamala. So I think they're going to just like somehow she's going to slip in. Old School Pete says, and this is about Shaun, he's like the Dr. Evil, lol. Yeah, he is. He's like one of those characters out of some weird movie. Except he's a bit useless at it, really. Yes, America is still land of the free, home of the brave. I know, that's what joy I was hoping, because I thought if it worked the other way, we could have been in trouble, I mean the whole world, because we're relying on the US not to give up their, you know? So, hopefully. I'm really happy. I woke up this morning and I've been waiting for weeks for something to show me, you know? Every morning I'm waking up going, can I see something today? Is there something that'll show me? And then that just did this morning, and I was so happy. Does anyone remember the Mekon? The melon, Old School Pete? Yes. Okay, when Kelly did the suicide video, when Shaun did the suicide video of Kelly apparently attempting it in his flat, everyone thought the flat was on the ground level, which it did look like from all the pictures we've seen, that it was not very high off the ground. So we were saying, she's going to jump, and run away? Because she might break an ankle or something, or twist an ankle, but she'd, you know, it wouldn't be that bad if she jumped off the balcony. Anyway, I think he got one of his neighbours, this is just my speculation, okay? I think he got one of his neighbours to let him in and throw a lemon off his balcony upstairs. That's just what I think. Because on all the original footage that we've seen, that balcony did not look high up off the ground. They think putting Hillary in will keep her from being investigated. Yeah. No. I don't think that's going to work for them. Old School Pete says from Dan Dare. Shannon says nothing can stop what's happening. Exactly. No, nothing will. No free passes. Exactly. Nothing. Am I on lockdown? Not that I'm aware of, no. No, Sydney's allowed back out again, I think. I don't even pay attention to the news anymore. I think Sydney's allowed back out, but if you haven't had the thing, you're not allowed in certain shops. You're not allowed to buy shoes, but you're allowed to go shop at Coles with everyone who's had theirs and you haven't had, it's stupid. The rules don't even make sense anymore. So I don't listen at all. I just go and do what I do. Yeah. And as I said, next week I'm going to be going for a walk in the city. We're all going to get out there and do the thing to make sure they know. Exactly, Shannon. Where we go one, That's Miss Lemons crossed off the suspect list. So COVID, please have to eliminate you from my inquiries. Okay, I'll try and do it. In her way or my way? COVID. COVID? I thought that's how she said it in the first place, but I'm not sure. Amy says late to the party as always. I know, YouTube never let people know. And the subs are still doing the thing, that like they drop a couple off, then people realise and jump back in. Make sure you still subscribe, guys, because they're kicking people off. Sure, this isn't new news. Watch for the things in US cities with the thing of coal. Yeah, it's going to get nuts. Stand strong, God bless. It won't go too far. There might be a bit of outbreak, but I do think it's going to be controlled pretty quickly. I'm just, like MK says, like so many others, controlled opposition. That's what I think. I really do. There's more, there's heaps of them. And it's shocking to see how many there are. I'm like, who else? Is there someone I've missed who's like that? And because I normally go off my gut instinct on who I listen to, And it just makes you sort of be more aware of who you're watching and what you're listening to, and listen to what they say very carefully. Like, it's like you got to have a notepad next to you and start writing things down when you hear these conflicting stories about the same things, She's right. It's as God wills it to be. Exactly, yep. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Isn't Kamala acting as POTUS because Sleepy Joe has to have a colonoscopy? I don't know, really. Oh, he needs to be in an old person's home. No, he needs to be. There's worse than that, sorry. He's done a lot of stuff. We need to know, and then he needs to be held accountable. They all do. Lying is just not disrespecting the person you lie to. It's disrespecting yourself just as much. Exactly, Chris. You're letting yourself down by lying. And you've got to have a good memory to lie, because other people will pick up on the lies the more you tell the story, and it changes if you can't remember. And I've got a hopeless memory. So you won't catch me lying to you, because if I do, you will know within minutes anyway. I can't keep a straight face when I lie. Yeah. I'm genuinely trying to find the truth, and amongst all this propaganda and all these pieces of, who are trying to sway it this way and that way, like, it's just insane. Maybe they'll scoop his brain out instead. Yeah, do a colonoscopy, but up here. I have like. Thank you, Carl. Alex, hotel change of guard coming. I think remember something about that. Anyone else remember it? Yeah, I do. That's where people are getting this Hillary from now. Eyes to see. Yeah, I can't say that, but yes, I agree. Well, it's possible. I haven't. I really like to wait until we have Like, I suspect that's happened, but I'd like to wait until we have the actual evidence. I want to see it. Like, I really want to see it. And Joy W says, Alex, for 3 hours she was president while China Joe got something taken out of his rear end. Wish they'd keep reaching. There's junkyard hidden up there. Good on you, Joy. You remember that too, Kai? Yep. Didn't Kyle Rittenhouse only protect... Yeah, exactly. So you can't see why there would be... I know, Pete. Yeah, it was 3 white guys, and they said it's racist. What's racist? They said the whole court case was racist. Really? Like, I can't understand the mindset of some people. I really cannot understand it. Odysee says, but I'm not going to explain. A vast majority of the highest have been, done. Yeah, I know. I'm hearing that too, but as I said, I'd love to I want to see it. I really want to see it. Kai says, yes, he only shot 3 white guys. Clearly a racist. Yeah, exactly. Cloud Sunshine Rainbow said, my dad is 88 and has postural drops, which is blood pressure going up high, then dropping really fast. It scares my dad. Oh, no. Prayers for your dad. I couldn't imagine. I think my mum's just got low blood pressure. Yeah. So when she bends over, she, can fall over and stuff like that. She has done it before, so I don't actually know if it is the thing, but it's just a coincidence that my dad fell. He's had 2. My mum fell. She's had 1. And my housemate fell. And he had 1 at the time. He's now had 2. And he broke some ribs from falling on the front veranda. So, it's just strange that all these people are falling over. That's all. Kai says, horrible racist white-on-white crime. Yeah, exactly, Kai, yeah. It doesn't make sense, does it? That's why I can't understand how people can't see it now. I can't understand. How can they not see this? No longer frustrated, says old school Pete. Post from BLM already planning for... Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. That's insane. You're watching a show, the world is a stage, wake up the sheeple. Exactly. To wake them up, yeah. That's why I kind of backed off the news the other day on Rumble and Odysee and Bitchute. I thought, you know what? Most of this is to wake up the normies. We're already there, most of us. So I can sort of go further with some things now. So I might do some deep dives on other things. See what I can come up with. Maybe such things as one of our health ministers was ties to the WEF, the World Economic Forum, and stuff like that. I might look deeper into that. There's a few things that I could go deeper into. Under no circumstances, do not take that millions and millions have been, have been injured and going. I don't know how else to say that, eyes to see, I'm sorry. The show seems more offensive, a nightmare at times. Who's the real anyone? Please stand up. Well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Oh, dear. I know what you mean, though. Who's real and who's not. It's like... You're watching everything and everyone. You're trying to make sure that you've got the right information. You know what I mean? It's just insane. Because there's so much misinformation out there too. And on both sides, I believe. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to dig. I need the evidence now, and I really want to see things, for myself type of thing, Yeah, big thanks to Louder with Crowder's coverage. I know, he's the one I woke up to that told me. He is the one that told me, and I was so happy. So, so happy. I'm really... Best news that could have come out of the US right now. Randy's having some ice cream. Hey, what is Truth TV? How you going? I hope you heard me, because that was... I don't know if... I'm not going to go back over it again, but I just had a full-on about Shaun Attwood. And I'm sure I left things out, but I went over I watched 2 or 3 videos yesterday, the day before, and last night, just to write a few things down that I had noticed that he'd said and then said something different, and all this, swapping and changing story, and yeah. So good to see you anyway. What is truth? Shannon says pure blood. Yeah, good on you, Shannon. Yep, me too. Kai says it'll come down to each one sooner or later. We'll have to get our hands dirty. I think, yeah. Not Ben and Jerry's, I hope, Randy. Oh, the ice cream. It might be. I don't know. Who was it? Everyone's saying, hey, what is truth? Shannon Spear, ditto. Easy up, wheezy brother. Who are you, brother? And then Shaun tried to do it. He sounded like an idiot when he tried to do it. Nestle candy cane Christmas flavour. Much love, you all. Much love to you too, Wheezy. Attwood is a PR writer, propagandist merchant, deflecting folk from the truth. That's what I think he is. And in the meantime, somehow, all this stuff's coming out about him himself, and it's exposing him even more. Yeah, Nestle are as evil. Yep, they really are. Nestle are... Oof. Bad company. I don't know if Cadbury... I think I vaguely remember something about Cadbury and chocolate. And I kind of hope not. It nearly makes me sick when I eat chocolate thinking that stuff could be in there. Randy says good ice cream. Hey, what is truth? How you going? A little wavy hand. He's waving at everyone. Yes, but the company is deep state evil buggers. Andrew Guyan says, what is Truth TV? Hello, me lovely. That's how I know it's not the real Andrew Guyan. It'd be more like, hey, Teresa, how you doing? If Attwood is pure evil and hurt a little one, he will perish throughout the great tribulation, eternal punishment in hell, and the fire that burns with the firmament heat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that much about, but it's just weird that he got a girl to, like a grown woman, to dress up as a little girl, call him daddy, record the video. It screams at me that he has a fetish for something. That's just what it tells me. It's the impression I get. And I'm sorry if it's wrong, but that's the impression I get. Andrew Guyan says, shout out to my intersex soldiers. Can I see a scan? Or paperwork? You can cover the name and everything. Just show me the paperwork. No, actually, you can't cover the name. I need to know it's you. Yes, Randy. Cleared on all charges. Yes. Oh, my goodness. I like peppermint choc chip. My favourite flavours. Biden likes chocolate choc chip. Pelosi likes children flavour. Oh. Old School Pete said, what I meant above, Hev, is that Attwood was asked questions and he tried to turn the chat over to Jen, asking Jen questions instead of him. It was jokey, but he was showing his true colours again for sure. That's exactly it, Old School Pete. That's how he deflects questions. He doesn't answer them. Listen to the next time someone asks him a question and see if he literally answers that question. Because I can guarantee you he'll go off on some story to try to distract from the question that was just asked. And, yeah. Randy says, intersex? Oh, yeah. There's a person on YouTube called Androgyne. They said they are intersex. They said they are male, but they have an ovary. And then they're going around cancelling everyone and shutting people down because they claim everybody is transphobic, because they claim to be a trans person. It's one of these cancel people. You know, the left to cancel. They want to just, it's weird. And this person sticks up for Shaun Attwood all the time. And then they have a little argument. And then they're not with each other. And then they're back again doing videos together. And then not again. They're away from, Oh, it's insane to watch. Intersex. Unicorn, you mean? Yeah, Joy W. That's it. Unicorns. Randy says, I'm interested in sex, not intersex. Yeah. No longer frustrated says, you go, Hev, right with you. Yeah. Victoria's secret is they're all dudes. Imagine that. Imagine if that was... You know what, Shannon? I wouldn't even discount that anymore. But I reckon a lot of them are underage. Victoria's Secret. Just quietly. Intersex to me means any port in a storm. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you're into sex. That's what it means. Like it just sounds like it to me, maybe. If I saw someone with an automatic weapon, I'd run, not attack them. That's stupid. Exactly, Pete. Who in their right mind would chase someone with a weapon? There was they did it on purpose. It's also, go and do a Google search and put in antifa.com and see what happens. Search it. You know what comes up? The White House. And it's okay. So if Antifa are with the White House, the BLM too. I can guarantee you that's where it's all coming from. Mag Bitter Truth say all Hollywood is switched. Yeah, I hear that too. There's a lot of people who we think are a certain way, male or female. They could exactly be the opposite. Intersex to me means too much testosterone, says Chris, and Randy says that's me. Shannon says, or at least wait for the reload. Oh, Chris says old school Pete Wild woman would swing a bar stool at them. Yeah, I really can't see that woman doing too much to anyone. I mean, I know small people can be little pocket rockets, but I don't know. Don't look too tough to me. I don't know. 99% of cops, councils in will perish. Yep, exactly. Eyes to see. Yep. Sorry, I can't read some of it out because they'll chuck me. Joyce says, Randy, you spelt Hollywood wrong. And he corrected it. That's exactly it, Randy. P-Wood. She looks like a barroom brawler. Yeah, she looks like she had a rough life, that woman. Yeah, that's all I'll say. They're all gender inversions. Just big Mike. Yeah, exactly, Shannon. Yep. Attwood is like a DIY Bezos built kit from Indonesia. Build kit from Indonesia. China is China's one. China's even worse. They've got shit materials. All their stuff breaks. Everything made in China breaks. Quickly. Things used to last like, washing machines and fridges 20, 30 years, mate. Maybe even longer. They don't even last 10 years now. Kai says, why is it so important for anyone to have to hear about anyone's bedroom activity? Keep it behind doors. Exactly. No shame, Kai. They just got no shame. Liam says, amen. No longer frustrated. Says, yes, prayers for all. Yeah, from the littlest, just the good people. Pray for all the good people, all the innocent people which is what the general public pretty much are, apart from a few criminals, like Shaun Attwood. And I don't begrudge anyone who's been to jail. I'm not against anyone who's been to jail. I think a lot of people do learn their lesson, especially if they've been put there for stupid reasons. Eyes to See said, I've seen heaven very beautiful and I've seen hell and the lake of fire and visions very bad and very real places. Liam says, very real. Kai says, it's entertaining when they've earned it. Yeah. Chris says, I'll inbox you the link to watch this after this live, Hev. Oh, excellent. Chris, thank you. Hey, Selena, how you going? You caught me on? Teresa says, eyes to see. Yep, interesting. Joyce says, right. Callum, will never understand it, and I have a niece, a few pulling this on our family. Changed his name, grew boobs, but still has his male. Oh, no. Oh, my heart goes out to you too, Joy. Anyone whose family... Because it is a problem. They're hurting kids, mate. Like, this movement is hurting kids. I watched a video this morning where one person said every kid should be on puberty blockers. And I'm like, what the are you on about? And this was one of those trans fluid, I think, person. I don't know what to call them, but what are they just want to go completely against nature now. They're just completely against it, you know? Like, there are people who genuinely have that problem. Born in the wrong body. They feel it genuinely. But then there's a mental illness that seems to take over. And it seems to be done by the mainstream media, the schools, you know, the whole lot of this. This is why we're just going down the wrong path. I feel for you, Joy. That would break my heart. Jax is very confused when dealing with me. 1 minute I'm driving him to false suicide. The next minute I'm his favourite imaginary stalker. Then he's blocked me so I can't see his chat. Strange fella. I saw Jax on a Sky News Australia in the comments section. And I just thought, what the hell are they? I know people from all over the world watch Sky News Australia because it is one of them, kind of, that tell the truth, but I'd still be careful. But yeah, I know, that thing's everywhere. I don't even know if it's a male or female, Pete, to be honest. But it's everywhere. Never stop an enemy while they're in the process of destroying themselves. Exactly, Jay Stephanie, and we're watching it. I'm getting a close-up view with Attwood doing it, and then a further away view of the whole world. All our politicians, the media, everybody else. Like, everything's being exposed if you really watch carefully. Hey, The Honest Truth, how you going? And Pete said he wore the Uncle Terence mask for the interview. Even Jen had a mask. They're getting weirder. Like, why? Why would you wear a mask? Everyone's seen your face. Why bother? I don't know. Just something I wouldn't even think of doing. You know, like, I might put this thing on my head because I've cut my hair too short, but shit. I'm not going to put a mask on. The closest I get to a mask is my makeup. And that's only slapping some, like, evening out colour, bit of mascara, and a bit of lippy. And that's it. And I can't see very well. So pretty soon I'm not going to be able to put my makeup on because I won't be able to see what I'm doing. And I'll end up like, you know, with eyebrows up here like Pelosi and lipstick like all over here. Oh, well, like Anne, really. Jen wore Annie's mask. Oh, wow. Honest Truth says, Chris, you're a spanner, mate. Yeah, he's got one here. Teresa says, eyes to see, I left my body at age 3 when electrocuted. I was electrocuted when I was about 7. My dad was renovating the bathroom and the light switch was hanging out of the wall. And I grabbed the back of it to switch because it just was hanging there. And if you touched it, it'd just move. So I grabbed the back of the light switch to turn it on. And I got a shock right up my arm. As far as it went, I was like, whoa, you know, immediately. But I felt that right up my arm. Old School Pete says, what was that about? Old School Pete says, everyone knows who they are. Twice he's wore Uncle Terence's mask now. Yeah, something going on with those two. Something going on, I reckon. Selena says, hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you catch every video Hev puts up. Thank you, Selena. That's. I've heard people say that before in the intros to their videos, and I always forget to tell people to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Because the next one's going to be good. It's going to be a big walk. I'm sure all of Sydney's going to be there. And Chris Hartley says, the honest truth, I love you, Uncle Bobby, but I'm not afraid to time you out. Oh, no, don't time out, Uncle Bobby. An old school Pete says, Bob. Yep. Randy's smoking a joint. Cookie says, hey, Bobby. And Randy says, that I grew. Oh, yeah, that's the best, Randy. Yourself. What you've done yourself. Dan Markle Sr. says, I'm late. Hi from MH. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Eyes to See said, Teresa, yes, very real. And these are the places people will spend eternity, either up or down. There's no middle ground. Kai says, you're right, Hev. I myself have had the drip ages ago. Zal says, I've been out, mowed the lawn and done the edges, and you're still going on about Shaun Attwood. There's a lot to talk about with that guy. I'm telling you. It is crazy. Especially if you've watched, like, from where I have. From the Maxwell Bannister to everything he done, to the Callie videos, to the attempted offing herself video, to the prank, to the explanation of the prank, to everything that's gone on since. It's insane. I've never heard someone lie so much. Put it that way. Okay. Joy says, ditto, Randy. Helps with the madness and arthritis. It does. Helps with whatever ails you, Randy says. I agree. And Joy does too. How are you guys in the chat finding the new start time? Does it work better for you? Oh, yeah, because our clocks went forward. So I think it's a bit earlier, isn't it, for you guys? I hope the time's good. I could always make it a little bit earlier. Randy says, helps me speak to the people that have been misled. Yeah, it helps you stay calm when you're talking to people and you're like trying to go over things and they don't understand. And I think at this point you've got to let people do it themselves now. I don't really think that we're going to be waking anyone else up now until something really big happens, you know. It'll be up to them to bring themselves to where the rest of us kind of are. Yeah. Salvation is a gift that can never be earned, John 3:16. Selena says, Chris Hartley, YouTube told me 7:30 start. Apparently not. Oh, wow, really? Oh, the times, they're probably... I don't know if YouTube are keeping up with our, like, clocks going back and forward and stuff. I don't know. Okay, where am I up to? No time's really good. Wake up, start digging and watching until pass out, lol. I'm the same, Kai. I just, all day, I'm just looking at things and sometimes I take a break and listen to other people that I enjoy listening to, you know, like Wheezy and who else is there? There's the Truth. What is Truth? It's Wheezy. The Honest Truth. And then over on Odysee, they've got Chancer. There's all these people I really just like to listen to, especially if they go live. I'll drop everything to go and listen to them. Mac J, I'll drop everything to go and listen to her too. There's a few people I'll drop everything to try and listen to. There's sometimes I can't, where I'm in a car and driving, maybe I can't tune in. But I'm trying to listen, you know, regardless, even if I can't comment or ring in or anything, I'm listening, you know, I'm trying. Okay, where are we up to? Legal by you, Randy. Yep. Literally 2 screens and a phone. Yeah, I've got the same. I've got 2 screens and I've got a phone. And I hate the phone because my eyes are getting worse. What is Truth said, much love, Heavy Poo. How you going, Wheezy Poo? We love you too, you know that. Can grow your own in Ontario. Oh, what is Truth TV? Had a message retracted. Ah. Cookie says, Wheezy. Therese says, saved by grace through belief in Jesus. Whoever calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. Joyce says, gotcha, Randy. Here in US too, where it's legal. Not all states are. Oh, okay. 4 plants per adult. Ah. Oh. I've got seeds. I'm waiting. I've got seeds. I'm going to do it. I think we're going to have another cold spell tomorrow. Maximum of, oh, hang on, no, I don't know if it's tomorrow or the next day, but there's a maximum of like 12 or 13 degrees again. It hasn't really warmed up here. And it's nearly summer and I'm freezing. What's going on? Where's my climate change? Where's my global warming? It's freezing. Yeah, Selena, YouTube notifications, they're so unreliable. They're really bad. Canadian Girl says, I think the whole Rittenhouse was planned. They knew he was only defending. The video evidence was clear. I think it may be a way to call the military. Yeah. Canadian Girl, that's a good point. Good point. It could be a way to call them in to stop the madness. Yeah. Randy says, I grew 21, don't tell anyone. Therese, bye, doll. Love you all. Yeah, Wheezy's needs back on YouTube. Odysee doesn't bother these goons, and Wheezy deserves his place. He does. And he should be on YouTube. And I should probably interview him one day. Yeah, I reckon. On my channel. Hey, how's that one? How about we do that? That'd be interesting. So true, Teresa. The name Jesus banished a demon from my jail cell. Missed my deal. Wow. Yeah, well, anytime I've been in trouble, I've called out to, God, help me, please. And somehow I've managed, well, I should be dead, really. So there you go. I feel like I should be dead, but I'm still here. And I like to put faith that is who I'm calling out to help me, Because no good going, Mummy, help me. Your mum's nowhere near you. She's not going to help you. The only one I can think of to yell at is, God, help me. Randy, mum's the word. Yep, that's it. I love getting up in the mornings and listening to your channel. Thank you, Virginia. I appreciate that. I love getting up in the morning, getting ready and coming on and speaking to you guys and reading all your comments. And I'd love to have a call-in show. I will do it. If look, once the censorship is, I'll have an all-in. You can ring up and say whatever you want. I wish I could. I really, really want to. Trial is to help wake the normie sheeple to show how media. That's what I think, Shannon. Everything's being exposed. I know that most of us can see it. Anyone who's awake can see that exposure is going on. Yeah, so I do wish it would hurry up, but I know it's got to take time because you can't just lay all this down on the public. They'd go, no one will believe it. You know what I mean? You've got to show them. Because, for years, people like me have been trying to tell people and they just look at you like you're nuts. You're a Looney Tune. So, oh, God help us, honestly. Drop Attwood like a hot, steaming piece of turd. Yep, I agree, Zal. Kai says, Shannon is correct. The shake and wake begins. Exactly. Jay Stephanie says there are actually calm and peaceful in... Oh, really? Things are actually calm and peaceful in Kenosha? Where darkness has fallen, praise God, let's hope it remains. Oh, Jay Stephanie, please, I hope so. Randy, got a new job where they ignored... Oh, good on you, mate. That's why construction is great. Oh, well done, Randy. Look, if you do get fired from your job or whatever because of whatever this is, going on, new opportunities are going to be there for the people who stand. I'm telling you now, they're people because they know you're a strong person, mate. Once you've proved that, they know you're strong, and it will go towards you. He probably pays the cameraman in dog biscuits and kicks, never mind, £500. Good on you, Pete. Everything you have been taught is a lie, especially mainstream religion. Make sure you are following. Yeah, exactly. That's why that's why I have problem with churches, right? I would rather read the book myself, not have people tell me how to interpret it. I want to interpret it my way. So I do. I don't need somebody else who is called a priest to tell me what that means. Okay, I can read it and then kind of go, oh, okay. Metaphors and history and prophecy and guides on how to live, like, that's how I see it. That's awesome, Randy. They want to mandate it where you work. It's ridiculous as the case rise. I know, Joy, that's the cases are rising amongst the people who have. One man, one woman, make one baby. Exactly, Randy. Yeah, it's so good to hear about Kenosha. I'm praying for you guys. Hey, Michael, how you going? Selena says, Joy, OSHA suspended the mandate. Wow, have they? Joy W says, and every baby passed through a real woman's legs. Fact, exactly. Men cannot give birth. I don't care who you are. Men cannot give birth. Oh, my daughter's messaging me, asking me if I got approved for the house. I haven't heard anything yet. They've got 7 other people going for it. We had to apply for a house before we even got to see the house. That's just to get to see it. I might get there and go, oh no, it's a piece of rubbish. I don't know. That's why I'm thinking this is going to work out. Whatever way God sees fit, it's going to work out that way. If I don't get it, no problem. And yes, Joy, I agree with you. Every baby's come from a woman. I have never seen a man give birth. That would freaking hurt, man. Sorry, I've got a really good imagination. I just imagined that, and that would... Okay, let's get over that one, because I don't want to imagine that. I'm working at a muddy construction site. Most COVID people don't like mud. Oh, mud's the best. Get it all over you, Mud's great, mate. I used to make mud pies when I was a kid. I used to play in the mud. I loved the mud. And Joy W says, Selena, correct. That's why I said trying to mandate. There you go. Yep. What is truth is having a little giggle. Joy W, actually C-sections don't. Oh, yeah. But they still come from a woman. You have to have... Yeah, well, you have to have a uterus to hold the baby. You have to have the ovary and the eggs to make a baby. And you have to have a JJ so you can make a baby. And the man has to have his part so he can make a baby. We've been taught this all our lives. What changed? What changed? It's pretty simple, really. I don't understand, Yeah, you can say you're the different sex now, and if you're a female and you say you're a male, then you have a baby. You're still a female having a baby. That's just how I see it. Kai says, so true, Joy. 1 + 1 should make 3 with humans. Yep. Randy, the building inspector doesn't even like to come. That's good. Oh, it just jumped again. Shoot. Where are we? Oh, I'm way back again. I'm very, very, very far back in the comments, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, how far back? There we are. I'm way back. I'm more than halfway back in the comments. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, we're arguing over... No, we're not arguing. I mean, we're discussing about wombs and women and stuff. Never thought... Old School Pete says, never thought about that. It's like how Attwood doesn't have photos of his high-flying life and crazy gangster friends, while a woman could be anyone. Exactly. Kai says, I worked up to 1,000 push-ups a day, nearly killed the judge's nephew. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, like that... I could nearly understand if things went... if judges aren't honest. There you go. Kai says they don't like you to not cower. Mash says Chinese tennis player who accused a government leader of molesting has suddenly disappeared. Surprise, surprise. Oh, really? Oh, Mash. Hey, Mac J, how you going? No longer frustrated, said 1,000 push-ups. Holy crap, good for you. Kai said, had nothing to do but push-ups. Yeah, you wouldn't in there. Oh, my God. That's why they come out all buff and that, because they don't have anything much else to do, really, do they? Unless they start studying and they get, like, their HSCs or they try to go for a uni degree or something. I think I've heard of that happening. Start with 10 a day, then add 10 each day till 100 and do that 10 times easy. Oh, wow. Hev, hi, you said eyes to see is here. Has something happened? Oh, maybe it's the way I said it. I said eyes to see, ears to hear. I don't know. Did I say... Sorry. You know. If you do that, do not punch anything. You break your wrist. Do you still do push-ups today? Randy asked. And MacJ says, Joyce says, MacJ, I just sent you a text message. Now you know. MacJ, I'm going to ring you back too. I rang poor MacJ. She probably thinks I'm a lunatic. I rang her and said, I thought I was phoning into you live. Okay, I'll catch up with you later. And then I put the phone down and went, you could have left her a decent message. Oh, jeez. So I'm going to have to ring MacJ back too. I'm sorry. The UK, Clouds, Sunshine, Rainbow said the UK has the Institute of Strategic Discourse, though I think they changed the name. I'll go find it, but it's the Propaganda Institute effectively. Betty's connected. Ooh, yes please, Clouds, Sunshine, Rainbow. That would be interesting. The Tavistock Institute have a lot to answer to as well. They were leaders in the propaganda and like mainstream music, TV. Kai says, lead now, shatter T5 vertebrae into 8 pieces. I still walk around though. Oh. Kai, yep, you look after yourself. No longer frustrated, says Kai. I am. I think I'll hide behind you. I'm small at 5'3" and a little over the hill. Yeah, I'm about that. 5'2", 5'3". Tiny. Tiny. Oh, God. Institute for Strategic Dialogue. Oh, okay. Kai says, I'm 50, T5 shattered, 19 stabs in one head, every neck vertebrae cracked, dent and forehead, head, 2 floating ribs, halfway up, bad knees, bad hip, bad left shoulder, and I just want to go harder, thank God. Good on you, Kai. Never give up. And you look very good for 50. Excellent. Selena says, guys, do you know the House and Senate have to approve a new VP, right? Oh, there you go. Flyby Stew says, hi, Hev, to my reckoning, Attwood gets about $8,000 a month off YouTube. Oh, that's probably how he pays people. Yeah. I don't know why I'd just grab my mobile phone and go and interview people, to be honest. Oh, it's hard with the setup with the mic and all that, I suppose. But then you have people come to you if you've got to, like, keep everything, going or get them to ring in or something. I don't know. Kai says, gonna Twilight Zone age all at once. MacJ says, never give up on 2A. Yeah, that was good this morning. Oh, my God. I woke up to the best news from the USA today. Kai says, Selena, it'll be Nancy. Yeah, that's what they reckon. Nancy and Hillary. Old School Pete says, lol, the melon. The melon was a little... Oh, the Mekon was a little alien who flew about on a little plate thing with a big bald head from old British comic show called Dan Dare Have. Oh, really? I thought you were talking about it, melon. On Shaun Attwood's The Melon. I didn't know what a Mekon was. Alex said, I was unsubscribed to you last night. I had to resubscribe today when I couldn't find you in the list. They're doing that a lot, Just check that you're subscribed still, guys. And, yeah. No longer frustrated, says Kai. I am. You are amazing. I bet you look great. And Kai says, everyone laughed when I just got a 12 gauge. I'll get me a better one, though. Kai says, channel pick is 4 years old. Okay. No longer frustrated, says, best I can say is played softball for 21 years, but well washed up. Randy says, my pick from this summer. Cool. Alex says, I saw a video of Joe sniffing a little boy again earlier. Not sure when the video is from, but he asked the kid to stick around and show him the White House. Creepy Joe. Creepy Joe and creepy Shaun. Yeah. Poor kid. I agree. Alex says he also kept stroking him, touching his face in front of the cameras. Goodness only knows what he does behind closed doors. You heard about his daughter, didn't you? The diary. Ugh. Sleepy Joe needs crucified for in the presence of the Pope and farting in the general direction of the royals. Bit on the side. You know what? In a way, good on him. Seriously, I don't have a problem. The popes are corrupt and the royals aren't much better. So, yeah, I'd probably do... No, I wouldn't do the same thing, but if I was a guy, I probably would. Maybe Kyle hates himself and he's white, so that's racist. Maybe. Yeah, because I don't understand the racist thing with that one. It doesn't make any sense. They were all white. Mash says, yes, Kamala Harris was in charge for about an hour and a half while the baby sniffer had a colonoscopy. Canadian girl says them saying the case is racist is pure gaslighting by the MSM to the sleepers. The sleepers believe whatever the TV tells them. Exactly. If they looked for themselves, they'd see that the three people were white. Except this time our black brothers aren't buying it. Thank God for that, seriously. I don't think anyone's buying it now. Most people are awake to what they're trying to do. They're trying their hardest to divide us all up. Not happening. Not happening. And Joy W says to Mash, red dot and liver spots. Clouds, Sunshine, Rainbow says, maybe it's the 5G. I've had no jibby-jabby and fell yesterday. A lot of older folk have postural drops, and I reckon that's why they like walking sticks. Yeah. Well, my mum's got one of those little rolly, it's like two walking sticks on wheels. It's like it's not a wheelchair, but it's got a little seat on it and wheels at the bottom, and you use it to lean on. It's a walker. And she's kind of not even feeling confident on that. Like, she can barely walk. That's how bad my mum is. And I'm starting to think, like I said to my dad last week, if you find it's getting too difficult, ring me, because we'll sort this out. I'll have you come with me. Cloud, Sunshine, Rainbow said, I didn't have a postural drop. I just missed a step on the ladder. I'm a silly old fart. Oh, don't worry. We all do things like that. Yeah, well, it's the same with my housemate. I don't know whether, because it was raining and he slipped on the stair. And there is a veranda out there, but it doesn't do much when the rain just comes straight in anyway. And I don't know, he had Ugg boots on. If you don't know what they are, they're sheepskin boots made here in Australia. Always good, the Uggs. And, yeah, they're supposed to be the outdoor ones, so they're not supposed to be slippery, but he slipped. So I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know if it's from those or not that people are falling over. It's just strange that it keeps happening, Twice in 3 months I got so dizzy I couldn't see. Terror. I have had things happen to me where I have thought, lie down before you fall down. Like that feeling of, whoa, shit, lie down, man, before you fall down. You're going to go. And I've had to sit down and go, whoa. I can't remember the last time I had it. It was probably at the beginning of the year was the last time I felt it. But, every now and then I get like that too. And I wonder, is it the 5G? I don't know. I've heard they're going to put Hillary as president, and she will name Obama as vice, so they cannot be. What about Michelle as vice? Obama. Not vice Obama. I mean Michelle Obama as vice. Oh, wow. So they cannot be investigated. I'm so ready for the truth. I know. I am too, my Tennessee. Yeah, my better half is home. Good on you, Kai. Check out Amazing Polly, another good source of info. Yes, Amazing Polly's great. And she's on Rumble and Bitchute. S. Attwood is evil. Love you, Hev. Love you too, Dan. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Magnificent sunset in Apache Junction, AZ tonight. Thank you, chemtrails. Oh, really? Hev123, the new Australia English detective. Thank you. I like looking at things. I like to dig and try and find things and try and find truth and try and sort stuff out. Kai says, my 10, how's that even possible? Because she was the only opponent. Pete says that Attwood's going on fighting roles next, lol. 9 days time, apparently. What is he up to? He's going on fighting trolls next. Okay. Oh, good on him. Yeah, I'd love to see that. I mean, seriously. He's an idiot. If he talks anymore, he does realise he's just going to give us more ammo. Like, he's just going to give us more info that we can pick up on and pull apart. He's insane. And he said, like, a month or two ago on Andrew Guine's channel, he's not going to give it... They're putting it to bed. No more. And then he keeps mentioning it. And every time he does, he makes it worse. Joy W says, my Tennessee, there's a protocol. They can't just put someone in office. There's a line of succession unless they totally ignore that, which honestly, Joy, the way they're going, they could do. They could totally ignore it because they've ignored every other law. Tell me how that will work and I'll buy a bridge. Yeah, no, but you know how they've been doing things. They have been breaking the law, though. But yeah, well, I'll be keeping an eye out. I'm telling you, I want to know who's in there next. Especially if they're going to take those two out. I want to know who's going in. It's going to be funny, I think. I thought Speaker of House stepped into that role. Oh, okay. Into the president or the vice? I'm very far back in comments. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to... VP becomes P and Speaker becomes VP. Okay. Yeah, rumour Pelosi's retiring next year. You think it's Pelosi and the Rachel Chandler pics of Epstein's creepy underground life? Oh, really? She better they're going to be investigating her for stock trade. Joy, that's what I thought. Then Nancy Pelosi's understudy steps in. Martha Stewart did time for less. Yeah. Pelosi's dirty as... Yeah, she is. There was Sonic Boom at 2 this morning, waiting for the clips and wondering if it's the Dragon X leaving the space station. Satellite debris within 100 miles of ISS. 16,000 plus miles per hour. Wow. Shannon, she'll have to leave and make room for Hillary and Obama. How do you slip one in? Maybe watch some X22. Yeah, X22 is great for watching to keep up on... X22 lulls me to sleep. 8 questions, then he says something. 9 more, says something else. I still watch him. He has good information, and you pick what you need out. And if you can prove it, if you know it's true. Follow the money. How to Pelosi become rich? 144 million on government wage. Insider trading much? X22 miss. Some truth to history, but who can guess history? Still waiting for T to take over. That's how long ago you stopped watching. That's fair enough. Yep. Yeah, it's up to everyone to do and watch who they want to watch, honestly. You do turn up the play speed. Alvin X22 is better. Yeah, chipmunk. Eyes to See said they were removed, they're evil, and switched what I mean. Yep. Mash says phobic on the end of anything means fear. I'm not afraid of the trans or any of them. I just don't agree. Exactly. Guantanamo Bay final end. Yep. Kyle Rittenhouse is going to be on the Tucker Carlson show tonight. Is he? Excellent. One thing's certain, if we just caught in all easy like that, plan would fail. Kai IM, he's going to shut for the normies, just waking up. Pelosi's just as senile as Joe, isn't she? I saw a video of her and couldn't understand a word she said. Another care home resident in the making. Exactly. Attwood built in China. Lol. Maybe his parents were on holiday. Hit that like, folks. I'm trying to speed read through the comments, by the way. I was to see Hev123 switch meaning clones. Oh, yep. CGI plays major part. Yep. Satellite debris 16,000 plus miles per hour. International Space Station at 16 plus miles per hour. Within 100 miles of each other, meeting every 45 minutes head on. If GPS is flown rocket launch stop, we'll know. Joyce says, you haven't forgotten the alert. Dear Lord, Kamala's about to become our president. God help us, love from Louisiana. Hey Jill, how you doing? Hang in there. Lots of disinfo from the board. Just be careful who you listen to. Yeah. Even me, I get it wrong. They've said things and I get it wrong. At the times. I think something's going to happen, it may not, We just have to wait and see what happens. Let it play out. The judge in your case passed away after you got out. Ooh, karma. China makes garbage, yep. I've been on job sites where all pipe from China's banned. Cement, steel, everything from China's really bad. To quote Oprah Winfrey, I'm speaking my truth. It's fun when we can use their words against them. Yes, Mash, I agree. He died off the roof 6 months in. Oh, Koof, 6 months in. The Koof. Hi, Hev, how's your mum? Kevin, mum's good. She's just badly bruised. Nothing broken. Nothing wrong with her brain. She's all right. So I just think she's getting old and maybe it's time for them to let me look after them. That's what I want to do. I want to take them. I want to look after them, but they want to live independently as long as they can, and I can understand that too. Roof will kill ya as well. Yes, roofs can. Stop, correct. Autocorrect and I have a love-hate relationship. Yeah, I do too. I remember the announcement, the guilty will die of the roof, and its announcement will cover their exit. Yeah, they were supposed to. Yep. That's how they're going to take their way out. Good God, roof again. Talk to text. I hate talk to text. I did it again last night. Can't understand a word I'm telling it. Like, it cannot... I'm like, what the hell is that? Nothing like it. Every kid should be on puberty blockers. One loon told me I should be happy my race is being persecuted in its own lands because you're white. As were they. He was gay. He hated himself. Oh, Pete, that's horrible. Wow. Accent too thick. Yeah. And I don't want to try the suit talk right now. Pete said he was proud to be gay, but disgusted to be British. What a messed up mind. I don't understand people. How can white people hate themselves so much? How can anyone hate themselves that much? I don't know. Kai says, old school, Ida broke his jaw. Pete, this was on YouTube, not in street. Shannon says, never even tried to talk to text in Australian. Yeah, it's mine's pretty bad. It might just be me, but it's really bad. I'll show you one day. He's go hungry in a while and be quiet. Randy says, I'll help you mess up your makeup. Randy. You make me blush. Your clocks went back at the end of October. Oh, okay. Kai goes, Randy. Joyce says, Randy, you're going to make Hev blush. Yeah, he did. UK clocks went back on 31st of October, so your show starts at 10:30 here now. Excellent. That's a bit earlier. It's better. Shannon says, yeah, and cardboard paper straws always turn to mush after 2 minutes. Lol, yeah. I don't know why they went to cardboard paper straws. Seriously. The cashier told me to strip down facing me. By the time I realised they meant the debit card, it was too late. Good on you, Liam. Randy says, I like her laugh and she is cute. Oh, thank you. I'm older than I look here. Believe me, the camera is too kind. It's too kind. I look a bit older than that. I've got wrinkles and stuff, everywhere. I don't feel cute. Put it that way. Very plain. You carry plastic straws in your car. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You carry plastic tyres in yours. Only kidding, you don't drive. Good on you, Pete. I don't fear death. I fear intense pain beyond my ability to hide. Yeah. I don't fear death either. I don't care. I really don't. I've been through so much that I should be dead by now, so I'm all right. I'll, like a cat with 9 lives. One of them will end up being at the end, Shannon says, been raining, wind and storms in the Riverland. It should be 30 plus. Yeah, it's freezing here too. We're about to get storms any minute, I'm pretty sure. You got a few snowflakes today, Randy. Wow. Kai says, and drowning, I sink if I'm not moving. Joyce says, I believe in Dr. Kovakayan type of doctors. We treat our pets better than humans in the end. Some places do allow, but few. Yep. UK should be cold. It's 2 weeks to December and it's t-shirt weather this week. Yeah, I should be in a t-shirt and I'm in this thing again trying to keep warm. It's nearly summer here in Australia. We should be at 30 degrees, mate, all day long. Your gran was a Geordie, although her and her granddad moved down south after Mum was born, RAF, based on Gaster. Kai says, I think it'd be tough to suffocate on liquid. Shannon says, shit floats, muscles don't. Pat says, look up Jacob. He is real. He's an interesting video about Porterhouse and meaning of his name. Wow. Joyce says, Calum, my biggest fear is death by drowning, and I can swim, but you can't fight Mother Nature. Shannon says, not a good way to go. Kai says, Jacob, Israel is awesome and spot on, almost. Randy's message was deleted. Infinite, I know it's mad, the weather. Yep, eyes to see. Randy says, I love swimming. Kai says, no muscles, no more, hun. I got arm flaps, laugh my ass off. Oh, don't you worry. I've got to get up and do some exercise. I'm telling you, I'm starting to get a bit flabby around the old gills, around the old... Yeah. Shannon says, skiing. Joyce says, yeah, I love swimming too. Middle of a big body of water doesn't excite me, though. No, I like where I can see the bottom of the pool. I like pools. I don't like swimming in places I can't see the bottom. Randy says, I used to ski when my knees were younger. I'd love to ski. I don't know if my knees would hack it, but I'd give it a go. Kai said, I wade pretty good and can hold my breath 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm a pretty good swimmer, but even I, if you go to the beach and you get taken out beyond the waves and you start floating out, I'd panic. What the heck says, hey guys, from Scottsdale, Arizona, I saw local articles saying people are posting jobs with no thing required. Excellent. Shannon said, Randy, have you aquaplaned your 2-stroke across the lake? Wow. Randy says, I can swim for hours. I can float for hours. I can swim for a while, but probably not. I don't know if I could swim for hours now. Oh, shit, I'm way back. I'm trying to get through the comments, guys. A bit too much saliva there. I'm going to take a drink of tea. That's what happens when you've got dentures. Saliva goes nuts. Because it thinks you're trying to digest something weird in your mouth, and you're not. Okay, where I'm up to. I can take unbelievable damage and not go down. We didn't know the ice was gone. We thought it was only wet. Oh, imagine that. Watch YBS Youngblood spearfishing on YouTube for some serious breath holding and awesome quality video. Kai says, I'm old now, though. That may no longer be true. Darren says, Kamala Harris announced not too long ago that the vaccinated people are the most populated in the hospital. Yeah, this needs to go public so everyone can hear. Yeah, exactly. Yep. We're hearing that. Every now and then they let it slip. And we're hearing a lot of that all over the world too. So it's Australia, it's the UK, Israel, everyone. Randy said, I used to wade in the water and spearfish. That'd be fun. Old school Pete says exactly, Hev. Even Attwood would struggle to pop out a baby from his gaping extremities. Alex said, I pray you get your little house on the land, Hev. Yep. I don't mind. Sooner or later, I don't mind, as long as, it's sooner, as long as I can get some. In the end. Hev. Didn't get the mud thing, lol. Mud equals poop shoot mess. Love you and your channel. Stay blessed. Darren from Detroit, Michigan. Oh, good on you, Darren. Ooh, poop mask. Says Kai. Old school Pete, he does have childbearing hips, to be fair to the man. Oh, who's that? Shaun Attwood or Anne? Must be all the karate training, Chris. Karate. Kai says, lol, she tries so hard to respond to each person. Love her. Oh, I do. I like reading your comments. Otherwise, I'd just be bored sitting here talking to myself, I think. She'll read every text. Yep, everyone. Pete Buttigieg has childbearing hips, lol. Says Grand Illusion. Pete says, yes, Chris, Mr. Mega loosened him up like a greased up gymnast in pool of cooking oil. Liam says 100 push-ups, you awesome, Kai. Randy says, Pete, but a judge has childbearing hips. Eyes to see, I've never worn a gimp mask from day one, not got no intentions. Yeah, God created us to breathe. I'll go to the supermarket without a gimp mask or any shop. Yeah, exactly, I do too. Shannon says, this is my multitask, listening to have back in the chat and the conversation on the leading edge with you guys, lol. Old school Pete says, sloppy ass. Liam says, Ahab is heaven sent. Kai says, lol, I got a funky body shape now. I'm starting to go barrel shape in a tiny bit. Yeah, I got like skinny legs and I'm like starting to get a bit of weight around the hips and the top part. It's like, okay, I got to exercise. Joyce says, now that Kyle's case is over, can't wait to watch the Baldwin trial. Yeah, that and the Ghislaine Maxwell. Hope he rots for true murder. Yeah, look, that should have gone before Kyle did, mate. Seriously? Round is a shape. Yep. Kai says, not anymore, Liam. I'm old as dirt. Randy says, I'm 60. Pete says, sorry, folks, for getting it's morning in Oz. Much respect. That's all right. Kai says, laugh my ass off. Yep, round is a shape. Randy says, feel 16 in my head. I do too. Liam says, oh, to be 27 again. Oh, wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't that be lovely? To be younger again, have that energy again, and let's go, mate. I have to wait until I'm nearly half dead before they bring all this, stuff out. Couldn't have done it when I was young and strong, like... We don't mind that you're back, that far back in the chat. Liam, I'd rather be 30 even. I think that was my prime. I was unstoppable. Yeah, in my 30s, I was great, sort of. Actually, sorry, guys. Just before I was 30, I was at my best. About 28, I think. Young at heart, Randy, that's what matters. Kai says, Liam, I'd rather be 30 even. Yeah. Shannon says, oh, to be spirit again with God. Remember, this is just a meat suit to hold us while we're trapped on Earth. Odysee said, I know someone who gets paid $11,000 per month for OnlyFans. Now, you know what? I was thinking of opening an OnlyFans, but not for that. But I don't know if I want to talk about stuff, but I don't know if OnlyFans you're allowed to. Like, I don't know if it's got more freedom than it does here publicly. I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know. But nothing like OnlyFans for nudity or anything. No. Nah. I'm not into that. I'm not afraid we are energy. We're going to be somewhere better after this life. Yep. 27 when you're unstoppable. Yep. Old age and skullduggery will overcome youth and exuberance always. Casper, hi from the UK. Liam, Merger's going to roll 30 years off me. Liam says medbet. Oh, yeah, I want one so bad. Isa said group sex, lol, whoever he is loaded, literally. Yeah, that's Shaun Attwood. There's weird stuff going on there. Kai says, right, Randy, I just want the last few seconds to be peaceful. Alex said I was going to say about the daughter, Creepy Joe. Yeah, the daughter's diary. Ooh. Pete says, I agree, Hev. I think Biden should do a world tour, popping on the powerful. Let one go in front of them all. Stinking them out so they can't even breathe. That's what they deserve. I already have had one heart attack, says Randy. Oh, really? Oh, glad you recovered. And hope you stay recovered, that's... Shannon says, we are made in the image of God. God is spirit, we are spirit, and the flesh is our fallen form from Lucifer with all the parts of sin. That's an interesting thought. Eyes to see says, I don't sub to it, but I've heard him on a live stream chatting to people. Randy says, we all have good and evil, but only the good choose to be good. Yeah, it depends on how much you go with your, I'd rather go with my good side. I don't want to go with the bad side. Even my own bad side. I don't want that. I don't like my bad side. So of course I'm going to try and go the good way anyway. Joy said hate is a learned behaviour unless possessed, lol. Yeah. Kai says I have seizures for some reason. Oh, really? That wouldn't be all the blows. Yeah, I was just thinking, Kai, could be the head blows. It could. It can do that to you. I know that. Kitty Black says on our way to Bundy Pro. Oh, good on you. Go, guys. Go. I can't make it today. There was one in Sydney and I couldn't make it. I'll be there next week. Pete says on a serious note, I do sense evil in the world like never before. It needs it needs stood up to. That's the devil's trick, is he can't force you to sin, but he will tempt you through whatever means possible. Exactly. Oh, Shaun's there. Shaun's right in there. Kai says I'm very bad to be a badass. Everything ages. Changes is all that never changes. Kevin says, when I was an apprentice, the old boy I used to work with told me about hunting parties over 30 years ago and I dismissed it. I was 18. He hated the Royals. Now I know he was right. Billy, R.I.P. Oh, definitely, mate. Shout out to him. Even, R.I.P. if he's gone, but he knew. Hey, 920, how you going? A woman from Hollyoaks program has been sacked for doing OnlyFans. She was making more in one day than what she got paid a monthly salary from Lime Pictures. Yeah, I don't care how much people make. I wouldn't do it. Never catch me. Never. No. That's for me and my partner and that's it. I don't know. That's just how I am. I never used to be this way, but I am now. I'm not saying I used to play her. I'm just saying. I still wouldn't have done OnlyFans, I'm telling you. Some only learn the hardest ways, though. Yep. Kai, all the elites hunt people, and yep. Jen and I agree. Teddy Bear's Picnic, yeah. Listen to Teddy Bear's Picnic lyrics. Mac J says, my hubby's work started back. Work from home a couple of days a week because the numbers are going up again. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, I think it's all the things. That's why the numbers are going up again, all the cases. If Armies takes over, Grassley will be temporary president until new election. You reckon, Sherry? Yeah, I don't know what would happen if that happens, the taker, I wouldn't know how then how that would work, you know what I mean? Alex said, I watched a short doc on YouTube yesterday about Ainsley Michael and connecting the Fatima message. Very interesting and extremely sad what that poor girl had to go through. I heard of the Fatima message, or however you say it. Was there 3 girls that were spoken to or something? The fox hunting in England is just the front. Yeah, Shannon, I agree. Keep it away from the public eye. Kevin says, you caught X22 out so you don't watch him no more? Okay. Fair enough. Like, honestly, as I said, use your own discernment. Listen to who you want to listen to. And, yeah, it's not up to anyone else to tell you who to listen to. I'm just saying beware of Shaun Attwood. 920, the Teddy Bear's Picnic song scares me. The local ice cream van has stopped playing it recently. Think people complained. Well, that's good. Kai says, kind of embarrassing that I do not know the song. I've done it again. I jumped. Okay, I'm back. No man or woman can ever leave Earth. We live on a plane with a dome called the firmament. Fact. NASA and the fake stream media have been lying for decades and people believe them. I just know that's not what they told us. That's all. And when they say they can't get back to the moon, well, they either didn't go in the first place or they just don't want to go back. R.E. Kyle, on Tucker's show, they showed him leaving the courthouse and did a small interview on the back seat of SUV. Total interview on Monday's show. Cool. Shannon said the standard hotels are all boarded up. Yeah, I've seen a picture of one of them. No more. They're shut. Funny how they're all in the meatpacking districts. 920 said, if you go down to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. Start of the song, it's terrifying. It is. Joyce says, thanks, Jay Stephanie. Should be good, and imagine what he's getting paid for first interview. I hope he becomes a millionaire, that kid. He deserves it after what he went through. Kai, I am. The IRS building empty also. 2-day-old info. Ooh. 920 said, expect riots. Yeah. Kai said, I'll look it up. I love watching nature fork lightning. Yep. I love watching storms. 920, the weather is crazy here. Got the fan on in UK. Wow. Still warm. Kai says, lol, love it. Jay Stephanie says, Tucker's interviewing someone in front of Kenosha Courthouse. Still calm and peaceful, amen. Good stuff. I hope it holds out. Like, seriously. I can't even cross my fingers. I hope it holds out. I love thunderstorms. Best were the ones I saw in South Africa. Eyes to see, ears to hear. Wow. Yeah, I love storms. They are not arm flaps. They are called ailerons. Is that how you say it? Ailerons? Yeah, they're my arm flaps. After 45, it's a slow downhill slide if you stop moving. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah, that's why I just got to keep going. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. So you got to keep going. Alex says, when you see Fact Checker, it's probably owned by Billy Goat Gates. Shannon says, human sugar glider suit. Yep. Yeah, I'm nearly making my own these days. A human glider is when they've got the thing from here to here, though. I've only got a little bit of flab, just a little bit. Gel off minor arm flaps. I've lost 65 pounds. Wow. Selena, good on ya. Kai says, lol, I'm an empty 6-pack for landings. And Joyce says, Caleb, I stopped playing all sports at 2 years old when arthritis started to set in after all the years of injuries. It is what it is. Yeah. Alex said they are the best. Wish we had more in the UK. More storms they're talking about. Okay, and a cream cake, nice on the lips but heavy on the hips. When I hit 80, I'm using the boys as nunchuckers. On you, Kai. Hey, Katie, how you going? Nice to catch you live. Oh, good on you, doll. GL off says, Selena, that's awesome that you lost that much. Ailerons are those panels at the back of the aircraft's wings you see that move up and down. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean now. Kai says nobody will want to be hit with those. Selena says, GL off, I'm bummed. I should be able to fly. Kai, mine only goes back and forth. Ruff had his message retracted. Katie said apparently Twiggy Forrest has paid off alligators to cause... agitators. Alligators. Oh my God, I was going to say, how on earth can you pay alligators? Oh, don't mind me, I can't see properly. Agitators to cause mayhem. Yeah. I believe a lot of them have. Kai says I can still flex a little and fill them up. It's off though, I'm old as hell. Oh, and Katie, yeah, just make sure you got mobile phones at any of the walks you go on. And film them, point them out. I saw a YouTuber a few months ago who opened an OnlyFans for a vid and just sold feet pics. Think she got quite a lot for them. I wouldn't even do that. Why do people want photos of your feet? That's gross too, yeah, Kai. Shannon says, arresting Steve Bannon will backfire in the deep state. Can anybody say Discovery? Oh, shoot. Exactly. Ruff says, I'm 61 male after a shower and shave off and feel like an attractive woman in her 40s, maybe even 2. Oh, dear. Kevin Keener, don't bank on the med beds. If it happens, great. If it don't, fine. Yeah, I know. But I do think there's things that will help us, and they know that it's just got to, like this, it all has to be exposed first. And then the good stuff will start coming out. If there is things that'll help us, it'll come out. Okay, now I'm way back in the comments again that I've already read. I'm near the end. Oh, I'm near the end. Okay. Motion of discovery requires all cards on both sides are shown. Joy's asking Shannon, do you watch New York Nadia? Brannon is going in for the kill. Bannon, you mean? Yep. Selena, of a friend of mine who lost a crazy amount of weight and has lost loose skin, but the rest of it was all upside. Better health all round and happier than ever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd rather, like, seriously, even if you had loose skin at the end of it, you're better off if you can lose weight. And exercise is the best way to do it. Dieting doesn't work. I watch my mum do it all her life. Exercise works. Motion of the discovery is usually filed right before trials to give opportunity to rebuttal. Kai says, your head should dodge, not be clubs. Shannon says, all the people in the mainstream media demonise are the good guys. Yeah. Hardly see ice cream vans where I am now. Yeah, Pete. I think I seen one a few years ago. Since then, I haven't really seen them. Has anyone seen the riots in Rotterdam in the Netherlands? It's kicked off big style with the full lockdown again. I'm hearing riots throughout Europe coming. Oh, yep. Yeah, stay safe, guys. That's why... Oh, dear. I don't know what to say. I knew it was coming. I don't even know. We might go back into one. They're keeping the options for any time. Just shut it all down, you know? Kai says, opponent Hev. Geolof says, Selena, awesomeness. Kai, gotta go, guys. May God, the creator of creation, bless and protect you and be with us all in these times and always. Night, guys. Okay, good night, Kai. Joy, my pleasure. Shannon says, mainstream media doesn't show the protests, and if it does, it frames them in a bad light. Yeah, and the protests that are really bad, they'll frame them as, like, mostly peaceful protests. You know, where they set fire to stuff and... Yeah, it's amazing. The news turns it round the opposite way. That's why I said, if you think the opposite of what the news are telling you, you'll be closer to the truth than what they're actually telling you. Much love, Kai. Have a good weekend. Alex said there's some proper weirdos out there who are into all sorts. Look at our governments and what they get up to. Lol, yep. Mash says, I'm not worried about the food shortages. I need to lose weight anyway. Yeah, but that's not really maybe a good way to do it, is by not eating. You better, like, exercise is the best way to do it. I know, because I've done all of it, and exercise worked the best and kept it off longer as well. So it's really, really good. 112 likes. Nice one, guys. Thank you so much, guys. And I think I'm going to leave it there for today. Yeah, I did go over a lot of Shaun Attwood stuff, and I have to go and catch up on some more gossip now on Shaun Attwood. Now I'll go and watch whatever he's doing now, you know. Inversion, that's what evil does. Exactly. Turn it upside down. Yeah, I finally caught up, guys. I'm so sorry. I do like to mention everyone and read all the comments. I really do. I don't know why. I've got this thing. I just have to, you know. Love your channel on Rumble. Thank you, Hev. Oh, excellent. Thank you so much, J. Stephanie. Thank you to everyone for tuning in with me today. I appreciate all of you. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, next week I'll be going for a big walk with a lot of other people through Sydney. And hopefully you can join us then too. Between now and then, I'll try and find something I can upload. I found a few of my older videos, so I might be able to upload some things. So we'll see how we go. Okay, guys. Night, Selena. Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend. 115 likes now. Good on you, guys. Thank you so much. Eyes to see, ears to hear. Everybody, have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I got told off in your last video for commenting too much. Don't worry about it. Shannon, comment as much as you like. All you guys, comment, you know. Don't worry about it. I'll get there, and if I don't, I might just have to skip a bit in the middle. Have a lovely weekend. Hev and Chat, thank you for another lovely Friday, Saturday. Love you all.